10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to the Level Unlocked podcast, level 42. How's everybody doing tonight?
Going good.
Not too
What's going
bad,
on, guys?
Not too bad.
I'm fucking tired.
Yeah?
Tired.
We better knock that shit off right now.
You knock that shit off.
Thank you for hanging out with us, ladies and gentlemen, all our awesome lock pickers. We have a wonderful show in store for you tonight. We got some news, we got some lists, we got some... What else? We got a fight, a YouTube fight that happened.
Ugh, yeah.
Right?
Fight is very loosely.
I mean, it was a fight.
They fought.
Okay, yeah.
Fists were thrown.
It is a fight.
Shit was talked.
It was.
You know? So, hey.
Bullshit was called.
What else? What else we got on the headlines tonight? Just as quick little tips to hook our lock pickers into sticking with us tonight. What else we got going on? Fallout 76. There's some interesting news there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nothing out of the ordinary, though, of course.
What's
Just
broken this time?
Yeah.
Punching their players in the wieners. We'll talk about it.
Got a couple.
yeah.
Got a couple movie reboots we're gonna talk about. We got some casting confirmations for some big movies coming out. So
That's neat.
Death
Stranding. Death Stranding stuff.
Death Stranding.
Yeah. And a little bit of Square Enix. Did somebody say something about that, or was that just you guys talking about something else?
No.
I was like, my head was somewhere else when you guys were talking
Here
about
you
it.
go.
So
Do
I
you
just
want to
heard
talk
you guys
about Square
repeat
Enix real quick?
They're
Making a new IP, and they restructured their company back in 2013. There we go.
Yeah, no, there wasn't anything.
Okay.
That's your invigorating news, boys and girls.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, nothing
Cool.
nothing too big.
Oh, and then we also have some news in news for YouTube.
We do.
So yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
We do have. I'll talk about it, but we got an RIP. It's a sad day in the gaming world.
Oh no.
But we'll talk about it though. That's You'll
Uh-oh.
find out later. Stay
When we
tuned.
So, folks, we got-
about,
Okay. No, you did it.
all I was gonna say was when we talk about Batman a little, I got a little idea for us because I know everyone's here is at least a little bit into cinema, so we'll be having a little conversation about that.
Heck yeah, man.
Groovy.
So when can I take a nap? When are we talking about movies so I can take a nap?
Talk about that first. Get it out of the way.
Get you rested for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing this week? Who wants to go
Pretty
first?
good, man.
How about you,
I had a
Jeff?
pretty good week. Yeah, I had a nice busy week this week. I streamed like almost every day. I think Wednesday might have been the only day I didn't stream. Played the entire. I love that you
God damn it,
just
Walker.
show that.
You and your fucking 2x4.
for our TV viewers here, Walker uses his wood to close his door with
Yeah.
such
Our
grace and
TV
elegance.
Our TV
Yeah.
viewers.
It's
To
a
our
Be more
6
for
foot.
audio listeners.
It's a 6 foot ruler.
How many times have you
6 foot
measured
ruler.
on that?
Science. So yeah, anyways, a busy week for me. I played the entirety of Bendy in the Ink Machine.
I saw that. How was
Good. I was actually going to stop about halfway through because I was getting a little tired, and I thought there was only 4 chapters. As it turns out, there's 5 chapters. So I was about to stop about halfway through, and then somebody in the chat was like, "No, you should probably keep playing this." And I was like, "I guess I don't have to be to work till like way late." So yeah, all right, let's keep going. And pretty good. Definitely. I'm actually gonna replay it too, because there's 2. At one point, you have to make there's a fork in the road, and I took one of the forks. I want to try the other one next time.
I've always
Yeah.
been curious, like, what kind of game is Bendy in the Ink Machine?
So imagine if Cuphead was a horror first-person shooter idea game.
I'm
It's
sorry.
the
It's got like that 1950s-esque, but high, very almost everything's in sepia,
like
or whatever that.
Super Felix the Cat vibes.
Yeah, and it's horror-esque. It's a scary. It's in the same vein as like Little Nightmares and what other games would be in that? Like Among the Sleep.
Yeah.
Just kind of that creepy indie title. It's like you don't even want to. What do you call those? You don't want to call it an indie title because it's not really.
Well, no, it is.
But,
It is an indie title.
You turn around and there's like a thing there that wasn't there before, and you turn back around and it's gone. It's like little
it's
things like
straight
that.
up horror game then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a horror game.
So
They employ a little
It's
bit of
pretty-
jump scare, but a lot of
pretty
it's just. Go ahead.
It's pretty terrifying watching
Yeah.
you playing that.
Yeah, it's fun.
break down the concept a little bit for people who aren't super familiar. I'm personally a huge fan. I've never played the
Glad I
game,
played that
but I'm a big fan of the lore and like the characters. I know about Joey. I know about Bendy.
Joey Draw, such a cool name.
I've seen the figures at Target.
We have them at
How-
work. We have them at our store.
Mhm. We have a Funko Pop at our store. At least we did.
I didn't know we had a Funko Pop. I just seen some plushes.
Yeah, Joey and I believe Bendy.
Oh,
I
that's
believe
neat.
They have one of each.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so basically you play a cartoon. Well, you. So the story opens up with you getting basically a message from your old studio partner. You're a cartoonist, and he was as well. And you were like, "I'm done being a cartoonist," and you leave. And 30 years pass, and you get a letter or something from him that basically says, "Yo, I need to show you something. Why don't you you should come visit." And then when you get there, that's when shit gets real weird. Real weird.
Damn.
And throughout this, so in a nutshell, like apparently Joey Draws, who's his buddy, not really his buddy though, creates a machine that I guess is supposed to take ink and turn them into like living creatures. And that's what all the villains kind of are.
And they attack
it's,
you and shit.
yeah, and it's like a bit of a puzzler. It's a bit of a puzzle game. But I don't know. I had a great time playing it. I'm actually probably next Tuesday. I'm gonna play I'm gonna play it again, but run through because now that I know the puzzles, it's a lot of puzzles.
Yeah.
I should be able to fly through it pretty quick.
I've downloaded my son's tablet, and they're like the first one. You have to like you have to put like a machine together or something to like do something else, and you got to find the parts, and they're all like hidden in shit.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
So
Yeah,
who
definitely
is
cool.
Bendy?
Bendy is the
the
one with
main-
the horns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
but
main
what's-
character.
Okay, so do you play as Bendy?
No.
No,
Bendy's
he's
the
one-
main antagonist.
Kinda.
Oh, so it's
Bendy
like
is the main-
spooky. In Spooky
Yeah.
House of Jump Scares.
No, not so much a lot of jump scares, just a lot of like
But-
creepy
but-
puzzles. Like
but yeah.
at one point, I was comparing it to like Silent Hill because it's creepy and you have to like sneak around without getting. Like it has a little bit of calling from Alien Isolation in it. It's got a little bit of it's a lot of the game mechanics essentially is a whole lot of quest fetch. You just run, grab some items, bring them back. It's a lot of that, but a little bit of fighting, not a lot of emphasis on fighting.
So I guess it's more like an Amnesia or an Outlast.
With,
I don't know,
with
I
an
haven't played-
actual plot line though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from what I've gathered, and like I've also listened to like fucking if y'all know who JT Music is, it's like Machinima Music and all that shit. They do a lot of the Bendy stuff. But from what I've gathered, essentially, and like the lore that I've read, essentially, like the reason I said like Bendy's kind of like your main antagonist is like, so okay, so yeah, they made the ink machine, and then Bendy kind of came off the page, and like, as far as I know, it's a lot of like you're thinking things are gonna happen, and like it kind of gets you like your heart rate going, and like he's kind of like not like possessed, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's you have to check the videos.
Yeah, basically, I mean, the idea is, I mean, the idea is like Bendy, the character that is Bendy isn't even he is actually not the monster. The monster is Bendy is the Mickey Mouse. He's the cartoon character. And then what they do is they create this machine, and ideally what they want to do is the business is failing. They make reference to the fact that the times are changing. And this game ideally was set place in the 50s, right? So you have this Disney World-esque idea, but yet that business is failing. So as a last-ditch effort, they create this machine that they want to use to create living these characters. And Bendy was their the character that is the villain that is Bendy was their first try at it. And the thing is, as you play through the game without giving too much away, the monsters, the ink monsters that Bendy is, as well as the rest of the villains, have to have souls, and this Bendy character is the only one without a soul, or this villain that is personified with him. And you basically have to try to escape this place that you're in. But there's some interesting, like when you think about the lore on, like, we should, you know what? Nate, you should play it, and then we should do like an episode on it.
I'm down.
Or like a review video on it or something. Because there's some interesting ideas in there about, like, think of an animal like a dog, right? Mm-hmm. And like that's how I think of the Bendy monster. Like, this character is built without a soul, so he's purely impressionable. But yet the artist, the guy who runs the studio, is like, oh, this is an abomination. This didn't work at all. So they lock him away. So you have this character, because he starts out kind of friendly, and as you read through listen to the little tapes that are flown around, they're not even friendly, but he's not personified as a villain until like way later. So I think, like, there's a few points in the game where I feel like, because you're running from him essentially, but there's a few points in the game where you feel like he protects you, actually, and he could kill you right now, but he doesn't. So it's almost like he recognizes you as the creator, because the main character didn't actually draw Bendy. He came up with the idea. It was the Joey Draw character that actually created drew the picture out. So interesting. It's an interesting game. I recommend it highly recommend it. Feel free to skim through it. I got it on all the platforms, YouTube and Facebook. Question for you guys. I was thinking about taking the long 6-hour video, and on Twitch you can, like, and here's a little Twitch corner, or like a streamer corner thing. On Twitch you can upload it to YouTube, and it chops it up into 15-minute pieces. I was wondering if you think it would be a better idea than having one 6-hour video on there, to like keep it on there but put it on the side and actually upload it in a bunch of 15-minute bits. And then actually I was thinking too, I could even make them all private and then just release them, 2 a day because there's fucking 15 times 4, with 6, 15-minute videos for 6 hours.
Put it in perspective, like
and then I could put real quick. I could put like the little squares at the end of the next videos and all that other stuff. I can edit them as I go. But
my son watches people game on YouTube, and their videos are only like 15, 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Right.
And this one guy, he does like Bendy and the Ink Machine, Hello Neighbor, Granny, Roadblocks, Minecraft, things along those lines, and their videos are only 15, 20 minutes, and they got millions of views.
What's up, Ollie?
So, just putting that in perspective, and that's how my son knew about, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, because he actually came to me and he's like, Dad, can you download Bendy and the Ink Machine for me? I was like, what the hell is that? And he's like, I watched this guy play it. And then, like, Granny, Slitherman, because there's other people. Slenderman, we don't let him watch that. Look, whatever. But, like, Granny and stuff along those lines. But, like, Hello Neighbor is, like, another game that I feel it's kind of like Bendy and the Ink Machine.
I'm going to be playing that one next. Or, like, that one's coming down the pipeline pretty quick here.
I have that on my Switch. I bought that, and I have it on my son's tablet.
Sorry.
Hello Neighbor is good. It's
okay.
It's the same concept.
How long is that game?
It's the same.
Depends how good you are.
Yeah, it's the same concept. You gotta basically solve puzzles, and you gotta find different pieces while sneaking around this guy's house without getting caught. And when you get caught, he kicks you out of his yard. And then there's different pieces. Like in some points he catches you, and then he locks you in his basement.
There's also times where he'll kill you. I play. So they had the full game.
Well, don't spoil too much, but I didn't know he was a killer. Because I thought it's like, who is this guy?
The game loads in, and you know what's going on. Like, you have the suspicion that, like, he might be, like, a little off. Like, there's something definitely wrong with this dude, because you see some shit happen. Like, that's, like, the first scene.
Yeah, and then there's a Hello Neighbor 2, I guess, now. There's a second one, which is pretty cool.
According to How Long to Beat, it's about 9.5 hours for Hello Neighbor.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's not bad. That's not too bad.
no, and it just depends how fast or how long it takes you to solve the puzzles. Like
Yeah.
I've seen a video where dude beats it like in 2.5 hours, oh, if not less, because, and I guess if you replay it, obviously you get faster at doing it. But yeah, it kind of tempts your patience too, because it's like, oh my god, I'm right there.
The world record on speedruns.com for Hello Neighbor is 54 minutes and 24 seconds.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow,
wait,
that's real
hold
fast.
on,
But
wait,
then you got to think
that's
too,
a-
like the guy that
no,
my son
no,
watches,
that's
he beat the
that's
whole
a fucking
game.
lie. No, that's a lie. Hold on, it's 54.24 seconds.
I was gonna say, and I was like, that seems.
He was probably
That's
able to
real
jump
fast.
over and go like through
Yeah,
the.
I actually- that happened to
the
me.
way.
Oh, that's from the alpha. Okay, release is 12 minutes 40.
Okay, yeah.
46 seconds.
Because it happened to me where I skipped an entire level because I accidentally jumped out of a frame and it automatically advanced me to the next stage.
Mhm.
I was like, fuck,
That
okay, that
OD.
works.
That happened when I was playing on my Note 9.
I was like, oh, cool. I guess I don't have to do this part now. I just
Yeah.
move on.
Well, and then
Sequel
yeah, I definitely want to try that one next, or very soon here, since I have that Microsoft thing. I might as well take advantage of that.
That's true.
House of Jump Scares. It's really good.
Okay, I'll put it on the list. Well, we should put a list together of those like categories and stuff. But other than that, I played Darkwood. I was pretty excited about playing it, and then I started playing it, and I was like, I don't like this very much. That's really what happened. Like, you can check the stream. So I ended up playing that for a couple hours, and then I moved on to or like played that for like an hour and a half, and I was like, ugh, it was moving way too slow. Like, I wasn't in the mood. Like, maybe sometime I'll play that game, but it was just moving too slow. Yeah, yeah. So I flipped over to Cuphead, and then got real mad.
Yes,
Oh.
you did. I watched that. That was funny.
What did you play?
Hey.
Cuphead?
Yeah, I played Cuphead. I got kind of angry.
The game's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. It's great.
But I
but
beat
it's
I
fucking
beat the whole first island though that night.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try to play through the whole series. You know, what I mean, play
But
the
you-
whole
It was
thing.
enjoyable watching you in the fucking plane.
Oh, in the
Turn into a
fucking little plane.
mood? Yeah.
What the fucking bullshit is this with the aliens? Like, there's no everything else had like kind of at least a little bit of a pattern to it. Not the aliens. Nah, the aliens were just like, I'm gonna beam whenever I want to
Eat
beam.
shit and die, fucker. That's
Yeah.
But yeah, you
That
played.
entire
Really?
game is just fuck
Dude, the
off.
one that really did like irk the hell out of me was that flower though. That flower, bro.
Yeah.
It took me like 45 minutes to beat that fucking flower.
God, I need to
Game is-
replay Cuphead. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, I've never gotten past the second island, so I don't know what's past that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
But you playing Bendy the other day, because I've always wanted to stream Hello Neighbor, because I see like I said, my son watches these guys on YouTube, and they have
Yeah.
millions and millions of viewers. Like, it's like, fuck, like, and they're 15-minute videos. I could literally play this, put it on YouTube, and then you streaming that made me think of that. It's like, I need to do that, because I have the game. I have it on
Yeah.
my iPad and my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I think it's not. I mean, I would do the same thing I just did. You know, stream it live and then break it up into the 15-minute pieces.
Yeah.
And then this way, because like when I was playing, like I was thinking if I did that with Cuphead, for instance, I could cut out, I could delete a bunch of the videos.
Yeah.
It takes 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Just kind of get the last one probably, or the first one. I don't know.
Yeah, because
But-
like a couple of the guys my son watches, like when he's playing, they're doing like this game or another game, where it all like you see that they're skipping like certain parts of the game that's like interesting to them, and that's all.
Yeah.
That's what they're showing.
Yeah, so other than downloading it to your own computer and doing the editing, I wonder if YouTube gives you the tools to like, can I take my 6-hour video and cut it up in that, or does it only give you just the front end clipping? Like,
sort of. They give you a little bit, but it's you might as well just download it to your computer. It's gonna
Yeah,
be a
and
lot
just
better
cut it up
quality.
Because
yourself.
that way you can put an intro and an outro like
all
on
the other goods.
on every video.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
you
but I
could
thought
do
about
that in YouTube.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
yeah, you
actually an
can.
automated thing that you could do.
Yeah, you just upload the video file and it will import it into the first part of your
Yeah.
finished product.
Nice.
Yep, and then you can just add the things at the end cards at the end, and
Bing, bang, boom. You're good to go.
yeah.
What about you, Mark? That was your week.
Not too bad. I didn't do anything too crazy. I finished the Outer Worlds. Game was pretty good. I got all the pretty good endings, and
Good.
I'll probably be playing it again just to find every other quest or find all the quests that I've missed.
So when
But
you say
it's
pretty good endings, like there's multiple different endings, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so throughout the progression of the game, you make a bunch of different choices, and then if you make bad choices that affect the world, at the end of it, you'll see how it actually affects it.
That's
So-
pretty cool.
Pretty interesting in that aspect. I was actually really happy that it only lasted about, I think my total game time was around 15 hours.
That's not bad.
Um,
No, not at all.
yeah, like compared to other games like that you pay or you spend like 30 or 90 hours into RPGs, like you
Yep.
just, I can't do that. Where the Outer Worlds level cap was 30, and honestly, that's really all that I needed.
Shit, that's it? 30?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's not bad at all. That's good though. It's not overcomplicated, and they make it more simplified.
you finish the game a lot quicker than you expect. It just like sort of ends.
It's good though. Good shit.
Other than that, playing Modern Warfare, working on websites like my normal thing.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's
Being
pretty much it.
amazing.
You found that I don't even know how you found it, but that like death run on Overwatch. That was
Oh
fucking
yeah,
Fuck Christ.
there's
was-
actually just a bunch of websites of people that share their custom-made matches. So I always jump onto
that's
those,
cool.
and they're always like really ghetto-looking websites, like really like 2000-ish websites, and you're like,
Nice.
I guess this will work. It's like Genji Run #2, and you're like, all right, let's do this one.
dude.
I
I
guess
was
we're doing this now.
Loading up that GeoCities page, am I right?
Pretty
much.
Oh
much.
my gosh. I
pretty
have a
much.
GeoCities page.
There you go.
I don't remember what's on it though.
Good geocaching.
Right? Use the GeoCity for geocaching.
Yep.
Actually, I thought that was a good idea. The whole like if they would, wasn't YouTube Google offering servers for a little while? Like you could host your own from like a Google Drive or something.
Yeah, they were.
There was something weird like that. Like you use the data that would be found in there, or that,
Years
that
ago.
capacity.
I knew someone who
Yeah.
did the geocaching thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, oh, you just go in.
Geocaching's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Did it a few times.
Yeah.
Let's go around and
My
find a
family is
lockbox.
Hardcore into that.
Really?
Dude, we should do that and then put like little level unlocked
Nice.
shit like that in it.
Get stickers of that in our own personal streams, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Follow. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Follow.
I went across the country for this. Like hell yeah,
you
man.
did. Congratulations.
That'll be
Ollie,
fucking hilarious.
Ollie says he wants a shirt with Walker and James' signature on him.
Let's do it. Let's do it up, man.
Gonna be
Not
a
legally
level
binding
unlocked.
though.
Yeah.
I
What
still need to make that boy howdy shirt.
Should.
Yep.
How about
I
you?
think that would,
Go ahead, James. What were you saying?
I said I think that would sell like hotcakes.
You should.
I'd buy one, no doubt.
You should. You really should.
Just
I got
my
my-
face with a cowboy hat on, and it just says "boy howdy."
I love it. Schroeder
That's
needs
my
to,
catchface.
Schroeder
Boy,
needs to make
howdy.
one that just has the peach emoji and stuff underneath it, butt stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That has their own little niche.
Yeah.
Everyone's
There's a
looking
little
at.
lexicon for you.
There you go. Everyone's looking at it. I'm like, I can't tell if that's a butt or if that's a peach. I'm like, just use your imagination.
Whatever you want it to be, baby.
Peach stuff.
What is peach stuff? It's a Mario reference.
Yeah, there you go. Remember that? Freaking Twitch wouldn't let me use
Yep.
the picture of the butt for butt stuff.
Yeah.
That's what that's. Nate, I don't know if you're around for that. That's what that's about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder
For
why.
that, for the old schoolers here with it, old lexicon there. Butt
Yeah.
stuff, got oil.
That are allowed for they're allowed to get senior discounts.
Yep. Yeah, no, when he became an affiliate, you get to make your own emojis, your emotes. So he made one of that, and they denied it,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. So, how about you, Nate? How was your week?
It's a week. Not a lot happened. I didn't do a lot. I played everything. Now
All
that
of the
game-
games.
But what did you play?
everything.
Yeah.
What did you play though?
Like what?
I mean,
You know,
yeah, like
you know,
what?
just everything. You know, like it was everything.
How did you have time to play everything?
That's a lot of
Everything
gaming.
just
Is that
it
game
only,
still
only took
free?
me about 2 hours.
To play everything?
Yeah, bro.
How?
I'm gonna check.
That's a
2
lot of-
hours was only the tutorial, my fucking dude.
Oh, for the tutorial.
Jesus.
So like all the
This is gonna
tutorials from everything?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
just like one tutorial from one thing?
No, like the tutorial for everything.
Oh. So man, how many controllers did you have in your hand?
Bro, we had all of them.
All of them? Every one of them?
Every single one of them.
How many systems did you have hooked up?
This is everything here.
Exactly.
From
Yeah,
from
pretty much
He
everything.
just had
see,
everything,
probably-
James. That's what he had is
Oh, okay, you
everything.
just said everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
everything.
Alright. All right, continue on. You played everything
No,
from the
but
Epic
alright.
Game Store.
Yeah, it's on a couple other platforms too, but it
Yeah, it's
happened
on
to have been free.
Steam.
So it is the biggest acid trip of a video game you will
Can't
ever
get
play.
Do what I'm
I
trying to get.
promise.
Oh my gosh.
Press
Well,
X for
what's your
bad cop.
debate? What's your debate?
Done with it.
Well, no, I can't. I mean, I bet it's an acid trip, but it's probably not as big of an acid trip as like We Love Katamari.
What's We Love
Second.
Katamari?
I'm trying to pull up a video of it.
It's the third
This game is
Katamari
essentially
bought.
ego death.
Yeah,
My
but
The
favorite.
game.
do you have the Prince of the Cosmos vomiting rainbows all over you to bring you back home?
Trailer.
No,
Here's
but
the trailer
You
for it.
understand that everything is meaningless and also everything means everything at the exact same time, and that nothing is everything and everything is kind of nothing. It's you also start to learn that like you don't matter, but you're also the only thing that matters, and it's a whole thing, dude.
So it's existential crisis, the game.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, good.
It
enough.
also it's existential crisis / ego death the game. Because like
I
it
see,
really
I
puts you in a place of like, fuck.
All I'm watching is a video where there's a bear doing front flips down the side of a mountain.
It's it's a whole thing. Dude, honestly, like just the path I took. It took me 2 hours to get through the tutorial. If I would have strayed off for like a split second at any point, it could have taken me 4 hours.
You guys should pull up one of my streams. Look at this. This is ridiculous.
Like I accidentally
this?
did this in 2 hours. Like it definitely could have taken much longer.
Dude, if this is I want this game.
I'm
Look at all
assuming
these
you're probably
bears
watching the
just doing-
trailer or something.
Oh, if you're watching the game, then
Yeah,
Dude.
it's just like 13 bears just
game,
doing front flips down
yeah.
the side of a hill.
If you
It's
like, if you
ridiculous.
want to see what it's like, whenever you guys get a chance, go check out the backlog for my streams because that shit. Oh, okay. So
cool.
without
Gosh, that's
spoiling
silly.
anything, you start out as a bison,
Okay.
and then you have to learn how to
What's your life like?
communicate. And like
There's a bison?
the way you move around is you just fucking flip. Just
Yeah,
legs
that's what this is
overhead.
saying.
And then you like just the path I took at least, I ended up meeting an elk. And I
Oh.
talked to the elk. But you don't talk, you just go
What do they all say?
That's all you do. You just make noises. And then if you're around other bisons and you
What?
go, you'll like and then you'll see little emotes and then they'll go, and then you'll be friends. And then you can make a pack. And then you have to learn how to move in a pack. And then you have to learn how to let go and not let them be a pack anymore. It specifically says learn to let go. And then you're just like, okay, but these are my friends. And then if you don't let go, it won't let you move forward. So you have to tell them to leave. And
Yeah.
then eventually it'll ask you to ascend. So you go from being a bison, then you can be a rock. And then
mean,
you
he's
can be
being
a
a
blade of
germ right
grass.
Yeah, I'm watching him be a little
Th-
germ.
yeah, that's you're ascending far. when you hit germ. Because like it goes from here to here,
Fucking dust mite.
back to as far down as possible, then back to here, and then here. And then there's like this fucking. So I'm not going to go into the Golden Gate, but I will say there is a Golden Gate and shit gets weird. I'm just going to put a couple words together. Computer, alphabet, boot, grand piano.
I'm
You
offended.
see all that stuff when you get into the Golden Gate.
All right, hold
Like
on.
it's something.
Oh,
You good, James?
I'm trying to decipher the code. Hold on.
Okay.
I've spent years looking at Kojima trailers. I think I'm good at cracking codes.
Essentially, like when you end up in the Golden Gate, like I'm not gonna spoil why you go into the Golden Gate, but like
St. Peter there?
so much, it's kind of like the off world. Like it's where everything is, but also nothing's there.
This guy's moving as a continent.
Mm-hmm.
He's disheartened another continent.
Yep. It's something.
This game looks neat.
It's a
almost looks
lot
like
of fun.
It kind of look at it. It's the fucking planet's changing all crazy. It reminds me of like Black and White.
I've never played that game.
It's
No.
a good game.
black and white's
It's a
fun.
great game. Yeah, it's a good game.
What was the
If
other
you want a
thing?
game that really makes you feel like God, it's one of them.
Nate,
Ye-
it's keyboard, boot, grand piano, and what?
Computer,
Oh,
grand piano,
Guy.
boot, alphabet.
Okay,
I'll also
Yeah,
throw
I
in
don't
one
know.
other
I don't know.
thing, Dark
Okay.
Planet.
Dark Planet?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
All right. So Nate, if you like that game, you should. If you like that game, you should check out LSD Dream Emulator on PS1.
What? That's a thing?
The fact that
Yeah,
that's a game
Yeah,
is ridiculous to
so
me.
LSD Dream Emulator is it is about dreams. It was made by a Japanese guy back in like 99, I think, for the PlayStation 1, 98 or 99. Basically, it is a walking simulator,
Okay.
but you're going through all these different dreams that this guy
Hmm.
had. I
Okay.
can't remember if he was actually on LSD at the time or not. I don't think he was when he had those dreams, but he had some pretty interesting dreams. Let's put it that way.
Huh. Yeah, like
That was your obscure Japanese
game
game.
looks crazy.
today.
honestly,
All right,
like
so what else did you do this week, man?
I oh my god, fucking words. I
You've ascended to a higher mind level.
I participated in the good old Thursday night brawl. Always a good
Yeah, you
time.
did. I always forget to fucking mention that. It's just a way of life for me now, you know? It's just like waking up and having a sandwich, you know?
It was indeed a good time.
I always forget
It
to
was
mention it. It
lots
is a
of
good
fun.
time. What was the special we did? We did Reinhardt and the ball.
Oh yeah, we did
Yeah,
Reinhardt and Hamster.
I
Yeah,
saw that. That was kind of a clusterfuck.
I
It
won.
was something.
It was a cluster. Yeah, that was super clusterfuck. I won my first game in a long time with you guys as
Yeah,
a sniper of all things.
yeah.
That's like my least powerful playing style.
The other one I'll say that was super fucked
Nice.
was the goddamn hyperspeed Genji.
Did we play a hyperspeed Genji?
Yeah, we played hyperspeed Genji, Hanzo, and
Oh,
I think
that's
the other
right.
one was it May? No, it was Tracer.
Okay,
But I
yeah,
wanted
that's right. That's who I played as.
That was
Oh,
was
and the
wild.
speed. We had the speed up way high, and the
Yeah.
damage percentage was way high.
Yeah, that was fun. Other than that, lots of Modern Warfare.
Those custom games, though.
Yeah, we
You
played
guys-
fucking.
You guys,
That
you guys
was a
have
great
fun
time.
with your Thursday night you guys have fun with your Thursday night brawl, but man, do we have fun with our Call of Duty custom games?
And it was just the
Dude,
four of us.
I want more people. Like, Jeff,
So
you
we can
need
play
to get
Mike
this
Myers.
game the second you got some money.
I want it. I know, I want it, but it's fucking $60. As
Black Friday, it's $30.
really?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, maybe I'll scoop it then.
Yeah, it was just
Because,
the four
like-
of us though. But having more people would be a lot of fun.
We
But-
get fucking intense in those games. Like
Yeah.
we did fucking like
It was
ninja
free
shit.
for alls.
Yeah.
The,
Those are wild.
The riot shields and combat knives.
Yep.
Yes.
Eating smoke grenades all over the damn
Mhm.
place.
Deagles and then snipers.
Yeah.
And then I think it was snipers only. And James
Mhm.
came at me, and I ran out
Fucking
of bullets.
bullshit.
I
No.
switched to a shotgun and shot him then right
Oh,
in the
yeah.
face. I wasn't
my-
supposed to have it.
No, let's have a quick conversation about what James's interpretation of a sniper rifle is. Putting a sniper scope on an LMG does not
Hey,
count
man.
as a sniper.
No, bullshit, it does.
Yeah.
No, the fuck it doesn't.
There is no
It's a fucking.
like,
it's a
there's
light
nothing
machine
in
gun
the
with a sniper
definition.
scope. He's like, it's a sniper
Alright.
rifle.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So definition or what makes a sniper rifle?
So if I put the sniper scope on the 725, would we be okay with that? I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Okay, hold on. Here is what defines a sniper rifle. This is from Quora.
What defines a sniper rifle?
Oh
A
my
sniper rifle
god.
is generally accepted to be a firearm that is built for above average accuracy as compared to regular issue equipment. The fucking LMGs in Call of Duty Modern Warfare are transcendent of accuracy. So there's one right there. Is equipped with a telescopic sight to allow accurate long-distance shooting and observation to be issued to soldiers for the purpose of sniping and scouting. So right then and there, slap that sniper scope on, boom, I got a fucking sniper. According to this definition of a sniper rifle. Of a sniper. So fuck
I'm-
off, it was a goddamn sniper.
I might give you some leeway if you started using it with single shot. But that wasn't how it happened, now was it?
And all of a sudden it was.
Well, there's yeah. What says you can't have a fucking burst shot or fully automatic sniper?
Yeah,
You have
right.
semi-automatic snipers. All right, so should we ban the semi-automatic ones? Only bolt action?
Should.
No!
Yes.
But at least you have to get your finger off of the trigger for half a second. You don't just leave it on and lean it and just fucking Gatling
what I
gun
do
your
as
way
May.
through.
I can shoot those semi-automatic guns pretty goddamn quick, bud.
But
All
yeah,
right,
that
next time I'm
you're
throwing my
su-
725 on with a sniper.
Yeah, exactly. You could have used that. They had a sniper scope to the fucking gun.
yeah, then we did
Uh.
some like hardened ones. It was one shot kills, and it was.
Yeah,
But we did a bunch of custom things, and there was
We had that group hug in the shower.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
there was one where we did
That's rough.
Now I have to get the game if
Bots.
that's what you guys are doing.
Oh yeah,
But it was
the
it was a
bots
good-
are still
I can't believe I'm
overpowered
missing
as
out on
shit.
I'm missing out on potential bro moments like
Mm-hmm.
hugging in the shower.
Yeah, we have
Exactly.
riot shields,
It's a
and
bonding experience.
when you go
Yeah.
head to head with the riot shield, all you do is this. And so you're pushing
Yeah.
each other with the riot shield, not doing any damage. So the four of us are trying to smack each other with the riot shields. No one's doing
And then
shit.
Mark comes out of fucking nowhere and just ganks all of us with his knife.
Yeah, it cuts your fucking Achilles heel, or fucking Achilles tendon, and just drops you.
But
You're just sneaking on up.
yeah, but those custom matches were pretty hilarious. They were fun.
Hell yeah.
We did a map that's only meant for 4 people. We did it with 5.
That's the shower.
Yeah, there's a shower.
4
Um,
and then 5. So 9 people.
No, it was 7. It was
Yeah, it was 7 bots.
it was 13 people. We did a map
Mm.
that was only equipped for 4 people. So you would spawn literally in front of somebody and get sniped right in the face.
Just decimated. You would get sniped by their LMG.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a sniper.
Like you literally spawn die. Like you spawned into bullets because that's how small the map is. Because it's not meant for more than 4 people. It's a 2v2.
Uh-huh.
It's a 2v2 map that we made a 13 for all free for all 13 everyone kill each other map. It was hilarious. That was a good time though.
Those are fun. I think custom maps are probably one of the funnest
Mm-hmm.
ways of playing. Especially when you have a
They
larger.
both get out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like I really want to be able to
too
get
many.
like quite a few people in him. I want to play some Mike Myers. I haven't played the game in so long.
Yeah, that'll be
Did you
cool.
ever? Do you know what Mike Myers is, Schroeder?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
So, one person runs around with a knife.
Mhm.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Everyone
Wanna
else
play
is
Infected on
complete-
Halo.
It's a little
I don't
bit more
think
than that
so.
because like you can fight back in Infected.
Yeah.
You're supposed to Mike Myers. You're specifically supposed to run away so they can't catch you, and you have a full map. Your goal is to outrun the clock. And like every time someone dies, it's a no respawn. So your goal is just live as long as possible without getting stabbed by the first person.
Okay.
Infected, you also build your like quote unquote zombie army, your infected army. But this, it's just people drop, will die out because they get killed, and there's no respawn. I personally thought it was a lot of fun. I played it a lot on Black Ops 1 back on the original Nuketown, is what me and some of my friends on the 360 did. That's a lot of fun, in my opinion, at least.
It's good game mode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's fun.
You're not speaking.
Yeah, I'll eventually. Ooh, Walker.
Oh, my headset
Yeah.
was muted. There's honestly quite a few of us that play. We just don't play together. So
really?
there's us four, me, Nate, James, and Mark, Jeremy Miller, Nate Suschek, this guy Trevor, Tracer, their computer supervisor, another guy named Justin that they play with. There's at least 10 people plus that play this game.
I mean, we got Stevie.
Stevie.
We have my buddy Hunter.
Yeah.
We played with him the other day for a little bit.
So anywhere between 10, if we can get everyone together, we probably have close to 15 people,
Mm-hmm.
which would be
Jeez.
awesome. But the
That would be
chances
cool.
of getting us all together is very hard, because every time I text Miller to play, he doesn't answer me.
Leaves you on red.
He does. And Nate Suschek hates Discord, so. But still, though, even just without them, we still have almost 10 people at any
Mhm.
given time that could play.
Yeah.
Us five, you add Stevie, that's automatically 6. Nate, I know you always have people to add on, so
Mm-hmm.
a good time. How about you, James?
I had a pretty. I played a lot of stuff. So Walker, do you want to go?
My week was pretty boring. Literally just played Call of Duty and played the Overwatch. Didn't do anything of true excitement, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I really didn't. I didn't even stream, which I'm mad about. I got to get back into that. Got really sick from Buffalo Wild Wings. That's
you
that's
did.
something.
Typical trip to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always that was always an exciting time there. Other than that, though, it was pretty much it. My hopefully my the fun fact that you know how the daylight savings time thing happened, and because we don't do daylight savings time,
Yeah.
so my schedule I didn't realize changed. Because I was usually 2 hours behind Central Time, which puts my work schedule at 9:30 to 6. But because we don't participate in daylight savings time, I'm only an hour behind Central Time now. So now my schedule's 10:30 to 7. Son of a bitch.
Nice.
And I didn't realize that, so I ended up clocking in an hour early the one day. But I messaged my boss, and I was like, it's probably super confusing and makes no sense, this email right now. Like, 'cause I called the one at MOD, and I was like, this is what happened. And he was like, what do you mean you don't have daylight savings time? I was like, yeah, it's fucking confusing. He's like, yeah, it is. I can't follow your logic at all. So hopefully he can switch it to where I can go back to 9:30 to 6. So, but other than that, it was pretty boring week. Watched the Logan Paul fight. That was pretty much the highlight of my week.
All right, can we talk about that Logan Paul fight real quick? Because
Yeah,
I
sure.
watched it too.
Let's do
Nate
it.
watched as well.
I think Schroeder did too.
Oh, Schroeder watched it. Mark, did you watch it?
No, I'm the weird one.
Smart. I'm just glad. So Logan actually had some. He definitely put in some work.
Mhm.
He didn't. He definitely looked like an amateur, in the ring,
An excited amateur.
but he did have pretty good poise. He was pretty smart at points in the ring. It overall he did pretty well. KSI should legally not be allowed near a fucking ring for the rest of his life. He looked so goddamn sloppy.
The fucking rainbow punches.
It looked like he first walked into the ring about a week before his match. That's when he started training. It was a goddamn embarrassment to the sport.
Oh man.
No matter, both of it was just it was not a good fight. It was clinches and headshots the game.
I was surprised how much fucking Logan Paul kept putting like him in a headlock. It's like, what are you doing?
That just shows his amateurness.
Yeah.
That just shows, how uncomfortable he was.
It was better than expected, though.
I thought
It definitely was.
how they usually like rest. Like when they're getting winded, that's like one of the ways they go about.
They usually hook like
their
this.
breath.
Like they'll hook their arms, but Logan kept hooking his head.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be annoying.
That's kind of a little no-no right there.
Okay.
I really hate it because, all right, so fucking who was the one that put on this fight? What was the streaming thing?
The
Zone.
The Zone.
Okay, the Zone.
But they're actual. It's an actual app. They're the ones that do Bellator.
Yeah.
And then last, like 3 months ago, you guys, I don't know if you recall, it was like considered like the greatest boxing upset of all time. The really big, like Mexican dude knocked out like the super fit black guy, and one like it wasn't supposed to happen. It was like 1,000 to 1 odds or something like that.
Okay.
He ended up becoming like the world. So DAZN's an actual like promotion.
Yeah.
Like they do Bellator because Bellator was on Spike, and then Spike dropped it.
For UFC.
And then Bellator got picked up by DAZN.
Okay.
So Bellator is it's not free anymore, but Bellator is the minor leagues to, depending on who you ask, like UFC.
It's
like
a different league.
It's like AEW versus WWE. It's like, or WCW versus WWF. Just
okay.
Yeah.
Bellator's kind of where like
Competing brands.
the older folks go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or it's like people who couldn't make it in the UFC went to Bellator. It's like Impact. It's like TNA. So basically what happened, you had all these MMA UFC fighters that couldn't do it anymore went to Bellator. Kimbo Slice, Kem Shamrock.
Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice.
Who were the two like main like the faces of UFC fucking went to Bellator?
What's the name of the dude that's on I don't know if he did or not, but he's on he probably did, especially with the stuff that happened to him. He's on the Joe Rogan podcast kind of often.
George St. Pierre?
Mm-mm.
Oh, GSP.
No?
GSP.
What's GSP stand for?
George the Rest St. Pierre.
Geek Squad Protection.
I don't think that's him. The hell's his name? He's got a real raspy voice. He fought for years in the
Chuck Liddell?
Yeah. He went
I
there.
I love Chuck Liddell.
He's on the podcast. He's on the same podcast as Alex Jones.
Huh?
Yeah, on the episode of the Joe Rogan show when Alex Jones is on it, he's there with him.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know if he's on it.
Because I know he jumped ship because of because he wanted to drug test him. He was like, nah. Goodbye.
Tito Ortiz, he went over there too to Bellator.
Okay.
Like some of the bigger names that were kind of washed up have gone to Bellator. Cyborg,
Okay.
I don't know if that name rings a bell. One of the bigger woman fighters, Cyborg. She's now debuting in Bellator next month.
Okay.
She left UFC, so it's kind of like people who don't do good in UFC go there. Jack Swagger's in Bellator.
Yeah, he is.
Jack Hagar. So things like that. But yeah, DAZN's a pretty big app. But yeah, they put it on.
DAZN, you can fucking sue me as much as you like, but I was not gonna pay any goddamn money or down your stupid fucking app to watch this fucking embarrassment of a fight. But so I popped between like 15 different Twitch streams of it. One dude God, and I sent you guys this picture.
11,000
day.
people.
11,000 people watching the fight through the reflection in a dude's glasses.
Literally, he was this.
Wow.
He was this close, and you
Yeah.
saw the reflection of the fight in his glasses, and 11,000 people watched.
Oh, yeah.
That's
like
awesome.
right now, you can see Nate in my glasses. That's pretty much what they did, and over 11,000 people watched his stream because he did that.
Yeah. This one dude I watched would like randomly like mute the audio and switch over to like the sex offender shuffle or something, like some weird YouTube videos, and then just hop back.
I love the things they do to keep the bots.
Oh yeah.
I had it was the Floyd Mayweather versus.
Did you watch it with the dude playing the pretending to play on the controller?
No, it was the screen was sideways. So me and Ben Grant were watching the game, watching the fight like this. Because he switched the orientation. I don't know what that does, but yeah, me and Ben were watching it. So we were watching it like this.
It's to avoid the bots.
Yeah.
The DMCA takedown bots.
Yeah, it was the
But
Floyd
anyway,
Mayweather and Conor McGregor fight.
The what was it? The American announcers, because it went from the English, like the British announcers, to the American announcers. I fucking hated those American announcers because they were encouraging them way too much to continue on. And I'm like, no, go back to being the cancer of YouTube, both of you. Neither of you should be in the ring again. The British ones were basically making it like it's the fucking joke that it was.
Oh, from Sky
Because
Sports.
Yeah, it's two rich little fucks that just wanted to have a little pitter patter pissing contest to drum up the views for their shit. That's all they want. That's all it was. This is just one huge PR stunt.
Yeah.
They probably don't even hate each other.
Hey,
no,
but
No,
they legitimately dislike each other. I've been following this for about a year and a half now, and I understand. Oh, it's the internet, but like KSI legitimately said some horrific things about his family,
Yeah.
and they've legitimately almost killed each other.
Have you heard about the rice gum shit?
What do you mean the rice gum shit?
The rice gum and what's that other fuck that did some Joey Salad's feud?
No.
Oh yeah, no, they said some horrific shit to each other. But it turns out they were all it was just a big PR thing.
No, yeah.
Nah,
like,
this was I think it was a little more than that. It was like I really think they
I mean,
weren't.
they're both dumb enough to actually be in a feud with each other, but yeah, no, it's like I guarantee that the first boxing match and the second one was all just drummed up as a PR move.
Today, Dr. Disrespect challenged both of them to a fight.
Oh, I'll punch the shit out like meet me in the ring, Logan Paul, right now. This is my challenge to you. I'll be more than happy to get paid the money that you did to beat the fucking shit out of you.
No,
I'm sorry, but
him losing those.
Logan will
with you,
kill a
KSI.
lot of people.
Same with you, KSI. I will take you both down at the same goddamn time.
I don't see KSI fighting again, but I see Logan Paul fighting.
If he fights again, it's going to be probably in another 3 years because that's how much training he needs.
But yeah, I don't see KSI
No one did
doing
any
it.
body
'cause
shots.
he
no
was,
one was playing strategically.
Because if you
No,
watch,
because the entire concept was to knock each other out. That's
Yeah.
what they wanted to do.
that's why.
Now I'm
Switch it up.
give Logan more time, especially with the coach he had. Mind you, KSI had a boxing gym coach.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Logan had Shannon fucking Briggs, the heavyweight champion in boxing, for I think is 3 years. Let me double check on that because I want to be correct. But
Two-time
Shannon
world
Briggs-
heavyweight champion.
Yeah, 2-time. Shannon Briggs is a fucking brick shit house of a fucking human being.
Let's go, champ.
Dude's massive,
Let's go, champ.
and he's
Yeah, but that still
he's
doesn't-
legit.
But that still doesn't mean Logan's going to be anywhere near as
No, I'm
good
not
as
saying that, but like
successful.
he's getting real training as to
Yeah.
where KSI was getting gym training.
I think, and KSI is more interested in music. If you watched his entrance, he actually did a song
Oh,
with Rick Ross.
that fucking
Yeah, that
lip
trash
syncing.
ass song.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was his and KSI
Rick Ross-
song.
Rick Ross and other dude, do not get a day job so you cannot quit your day job.
It was like, I think the other one was like Little Baby or something like that. I don't know his name.
I
but
hate
Both-
him too.
both of them just go
The
work
baby?
at, I don't know, go work at like an office building and just moonlight as a musician.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can just like not quit that day job because you're both trash at lip
But I
syncing.
think like in Eddie Hearn, the promoter, which is like the biggest boxing promoter in the world, he's the one that like basically told DAZN to do this, and he did it because, and I get it, and it makes sense. Like it brought people who've never seen boxing before to watch boxing. They were saying in all of the interviews that the crowd was literally the youngest crowd they've seen at a boxing event in years.
Yeah.
Was
The
surprised
only good thing about it is that it's introducing younger groups to this sport.
Yeah, will they stay and watch it? Who knows? There's
No.
already a meme of people running out of a door saying everyone going to unsubscribe to the DAZN app now. But it's still though, if it's a one-time thing, $20 a pop, because that's what it costs to pay it. It's $20 it's $20 to sign up. Not even joking. It's $20 to sign up. It's expensive.
Also, Eddie
The Pat
Hearn.
McAfee show every morning though is well worth it. If you don't know
Yeah,
who Pat
Eddie Hearn-
McAfee is.
consistently was
Holy
saying that like
fuck.
KSI didn't really know what he was doing, and he did give Logan quite a few little big ups about like Logan's extremely sloppy, but he has form and he knows what he's doing to an extent. Like,
That whole,
Logan has actual potential. KSI, like James said, needs to be banned from the ring.
Yeah.
That second,
But he
that
won't fight again,
second
though.
half of the second half of the fight, Logan actually kind of looked like a real boxer.
He did.
He looked like an amateur
was-
boxer.
You,
but he
you got to
looked like a
think though,
real
like
one.
the nerves to start off though were like,
Oh yeah. So I give him that. Yeah.
yeah.
Like both of them, they look very sloppy in the first.
I'm trying to
first
find
half.
I'm trying to find the numbers, but they're not going to be up till next week.
Not yet.
For what?
The numbers to see how many people actually bought it, like how many new subscribers to the Zone app. They were projecting
Stuff like
quite
that.
quite a few thousand.
I thoroughly enjoy watching boxing. I don't watch it enough, but because it's too goddamn expensive to watch boxing. But I actually enjoy watching boxing.
Yeah. Supposedly the base salary for both fighters was $900,000. That was their base.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And from there it went up to how many people
Oh yeah.
paid to go to the Staples Center, which it was sold out, and then how many people downloaded the DAZN app and subscribed.
See, they think that was intense. Well, guess what? What they don't realize is that there's gonna be a mother effing level unlocked battle royale.
Bet level unlocked Royal Rumble.
Yeah, live.
Live
We're all
streaming.
gonna get together and we're gonna
Go ham.
yeah.
Hell in a Cell.
What I really want to happen, like truthfully, is I want Logan and Jake to get what they wanted to begin with. They didn't originally want to box. They wanted to do a UFC styled fight because they're both wrestlers. They were like varsity championship wrestlers.
Yeah, that was the one thing when I was watching that, because I haven't watched many boxing matches, and I was like, yeah, I get you're standing up. It's a men's thing. Like you don't like if you want to do a street fight, they don't want you on the ground rolling around and shit like UFC. But at the same time, like I wrestled, so I was like, oh, I just want to fucking take his legs out.
That's how I am too. Like
Yeah.
personally, if I can get somebody on the ground, because like me and my buddies would wrestle all the time, and like we would fuck around and like see who could tap out first. And I was a wrestler for about 7 years, so I have 0 standing game. So if someone tries to fight me and punch me, I fucking roller coaster my hits. I don't know how to fucking punch correctly. Like obviously straight, but unimportant.
Yeah.
When it's wrestling, and this is how Logan was to begin with. He kept grappling because that was his big thing in the first fight. That the head thing that's been since the first fight. But if you watch the first fight, there was a way more grappling because the instinct of someone who wrestled for X amount of years and who was quote unquote like pre-pro, semi-pro, because like he was gonna get scholarships for wrestling. He just wanted to grapple. He wanted to take down. That was the whole concept. That's how you're wired after you wrestle for so many years. which is the entire reason that they ended up having to have a second fight. Because first of all, he probably wasn't in as great of shape, so he might not have won. But that's why there were so many that's why it ended up in a tie, because he kept quote unquote hitting illegals, and then KSI hit illegals, and it just ended up to the point where didn't fucking matter anymore. It was a tie. And
for anyone who is listening, because I know KSI told Logan to go to UFC to fight CM Punk. CM Punk's not gonna fight Logan Paul.
CM Punk would get dropped.
He's
CM
done
Punk
with.
Can't fight.
He's done with fighting though.
CM
Punk.
Fight
He said he's done. He did his. He learned. He did his thing. He's more likely to return to WWE than he is to return back to UFC at this point.
He was barely a good fake wrestler, let alone an actual fighter.
He was a great personality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like he was a loudmouth.
He was the best talker in the fucking.
That's why Fox wants to
Miz...
hire him to be a commentator on, like, specifically for Fox, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so that was the fight.
KSI won, by the way.
He did win for the. I know we missed that part. But...
On some bullshit.
It was pretty bullshit.
Yeah.
He would have even if dude wouldn't have lost those points, he still would have lost. Like he was like at the end.
He would have tied.
Yeah, he would have either tied. If it was -1, Logan would have tied. If he didn't lose any points, he would have won.
Yeah.
No, because he still got a point. Oh yeah, he would have tied. Yeah, he would have tied.
It would have been another draw. I want if there was a draw, like I honestly would rather have been a draw than a win, because I wanted to know the reaction to that crowd. They would have shit.
They probably would have put it into a TKO kind of thing, or who tapped out first at that point.
I would have demanded my money back. I would have gone to Mr. KSI's house and Mr. Paul's house and demanded my fucking money back.
Third fight, man.
You son of a bitch.
You gotta think though, for a promoter aspect though, having a second draw, which then forces a third fight, that's like a promoter's fucking wet dream. For both of them,
they both would have called it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost confident.
Them two would have hated life. I don't think KSI would have done a third one personally. Logan, yes, probably. As a promoter, he'd been like, "Oh my god, this is fucking amazing," because now people are gonna tune in again.
If KSI was down, he'd do a third. He knows KSI is not going to, because KSI knows he won on a loss of points, not a lack of skill.
Yeah, KSI said even after the fight, he's like, "No, this is done. I'm moving on. I'm over this whole Logan thing. I'm past it. I'm moving on to bigger and better things now." He's like, "Don't ask me for a third fight. It's not ever gonna happen."
Probably is sixth removal, but we won't go.
I would say though, honest, if they give him enough money, maybe. But
KSI knows he won't win again.
Yeah. If he does go to because Logan said he's going to go to the commission. If he goes to the commission and they actually take it serious and they take him serious and don't think of this thing as a joke,
they might.
They may be like, okay, we'll put it as a no contest, then no one wins. Then that's when the promoter is like, listen, guys, you need to do this again. But
KSI won't.
The chances of the boxing commission being like, yeah, we take this as a real fight.
Well, the chances of the boxing commission not laughing at his face,
it's very unlikely.
It's very unlikely, or it's very likely that they'll just look at him just dead in the eyes, laugh at least twice, and tell him to get the fuck out.
It's very unlikely that the outcome will change. That's what I meant.
I mean, Eddie Hearn himself doesn't think that's how it should have gone.
Oh yeah.
Like he posted on Twitter, like he's like, I'm not sure this is how it should have ended.
But they're not going to change it though. Like all the fights
if this was an actual fight, yes.
Yeah. All the UFC fights where the person won, and then a month later the person who won came up, they tested positive for steroids. They don't reverse the decision. They just say, "Oh, this match never happened." So that's basically all they do. Like John Jones, when he beat Daniel Cormier in the UFC, like 3 weeks later, it came out that he had steroids in his system, and John Jones said he got the steroids from being in a hot tub. They leaked into his pores, is what he said.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Then the UFC came back and said, "Okay, we're just gonna call it a no contest. There's no winner or loser."
Well, John Bones Jones isn't known for lying.
And Daniel Cormier is like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" Like,
yeah. If it was boxing, they straight up would have been like, "Give me my title back, you asshole."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and giving it to the other guy.
So,
And
Yep.
it's just like, see you around and not in our sport.
yep.
Yeah.
Go to UFC.
Nope.
That's what boxing would have said. It would be like, go to UFC. See you
Nope.
later. We don't want you here.
John Jones is still there.
Go to
still
UFC
fighting.
with go to the UFC with the rest of the domestic assault people.
Pretty much. So James, moving forward, how is Death Stranding?
Oh my god, Death Stranding is fantastic. It is the best courier simulator ever. All you do in it is you walk.
Did you say courier simulator?
Yes. That's all it is. It's just a courier simulator.
Okay.
There's a whole quest. There is a delivery that you can do that's just delivering fucking pizzas.
What the hell? The game is.
And it fits it
okay.
perfectly.
Pizza time.
Pizza time.
It-
It's I probably put in about 4 or 3 hours of it into it. 3 hours or so. And everything about it just screams Kojima. And
Graphics are phenomenal.
It is the best looking game on the PlayStation. Like graphically it's unbelievable. It's incredible. The way that it incorporates music into it is fantastic. The controls are great. The whole like system where you're running away from the evil ghost babies or the evil ghost things is tense and terrifying. There are many parts of it where it just feels like a horror game. And when I was playing it, the first cutscene lasted like a goddamn like 30 minutes. And I saw that, I'm like, this is Kojima unhinged. This is Kojima not strapped by the shackles of Konami. This is Kojima where he just says, hey, I want to make this thing. And Sony goes, here's an unlimited budget. Do whatever you want. It's Kojima at his purest. It is untainted Kojima. Everything is about it. It's probably my
sounds
game
like
of the
you
year.
like it.
It's if unless something happens between now and when I beat the game in another like 40 hours, or if something else comes out that blows this away, this is my surefire game of the year. To hell with RE2 remake. To hell with DMC5. Claude, I still love you, but go away, Fire Emblem.
The only thing that comes out, I think that's big, is Star Wars.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't think of anything else.
Pokemon.
Oh yeah, but you can't really put Pokemon in the same realm as that, though. I don't think.
Yeah, you can.
I guess you can, but
It's a video game.
yeah.
You guys say that the Marvel movies are the best fucking things in cinema. So I could put Pokemon and fucking Kojima, Norman Reedus, and the Funky Fetus in the same category.
It's true. It's the facts.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna be talking about this for the next few weeks. Oh, there's this one system in it. So there's actually a few systems that I really want to push on real quick. So it has that. It's not a multiplayer game, but it's the same kind of multiplayer that like Dark Souls has.
Okay.
Where everyone's in their own universe, but they can affect things in different ones, in different games. So like one of the things is like at the very beginning, you're walking around and there's like a river, and rivers suck dick, especially when you're carrying a body that needs to get burned. So you can either trudge your way and get super fucked on this river, or I just happen to have someone slap down, or I think it's probably an NPC, but just to introduce it, someone slapped down a ladder across the water, so you could easily cross that water, the little river.
Trap.
It was fine. Everything was good.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Same with one same mission. There's a very steep hill. I could have walked up it or tried to walk up it, but someone put a ladder there, so it made it easy to climb up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can affect other people's games, which is nice, in positive ways, and also leave messages and stuff. So that's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask regarding the game. When you're saying it's like Dark Souls, besides just that aspect, are you able to have someone else come in and assist you like you are in Dark Souls and
Not
Bloodborne?
that I know of. Not that I know of.
So like, is there any form of like player interaction?
Other than like putting notes down, I guess I wouldn't say Dark Souls. I would say more of Demon Souls, because Demon Souls was like that.
So it's cross-play, but not cross-play in a sense.
Kind of, yeah. So there's that. One of the
Just got the shit scared out of me. I'm sorry.
What'd you do?
Someone, I forgot I changed my my things, and all of a sudden I hear Goku powering up. Someone just followed me. All of a sudden I hear, like super loud. I was like, what the fuck?
Surprise!
I was like, what is on right now? I'm so confused. It's like, oh, I forgot I did that.
Another thing I'd like to talk about that game is just the walking around. Sam Porter Bridges, who's the main character, who is Norman Reedus plays. He does some things while you're walking around, like he'll talk to himself.
Okay.
Because it's just him. Literally no one else. So there was one time I was just like walking and he goes, Sam, he's our man. He can't do it. No one can. Or he would just be like, do 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 as he's just climbing up stuff. It's just little small touches like that are cool. So no one's asked me what this game's about yet.
I was literally just thinking those thoughts though, because I was gonna say the previews made the game look like it was some sort of epic, crazy, just
Every
weird
time I ask you, I get the
fucking
same
story, and then you're talking about delivering pizzas.
Yeah.
And just how I don't know. Go ahead.
I think I grasped a little bit more of this story.
Okay.
So you're trying to connect the United States of America. Because there was something that happened. There was a large explosion that happened, and it kind of connected the world of the dead to the world of the living. Okay, so throughout that, basically the entire world's fucked. America's been, completely like just destroyed, and it's not unified anymore. So your job is basically to go from encampment to encampment to encampment across the United States, from DC to what's basically San Francisco, and connect everything together. Like a strand. Get it? Strand. Stranding.
Oh.
You're playing, what is that game? Cronus? Cronus? I disregarded it. Never mind.
All right. if you get to it, let us know, because I'm curious now. But also, you're all alone walking around because you're a courier by yourself, so you're stranded. Haha. Get it?
What's
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so basically, it's trying to unite the world, the country, as one. Trying to build it back up from the ground. Other things about it is that Sam can sense. There's certain people that can actually see the BTs, the ghost things from the other dimension, from the world of the dead. Some people can see it. Sam can sense them, but he cannot see them. That's where the funky fetus comes in. The funky fetus connects the world of the dead to the world of the living, so they can sense these things. Also, rain is bad. Rain is super duper bad.
Okay.
Rain is like the worst thing ever. So when it rains, it speeds up time to the point of it dying. So like you'll see rain, like they're in a cutscene. There's like rain coming down, and you would see like flowers bloom and then immediately wither away, because time's just advancing so fast for us. Same with like Norman. He puts his hand out to grab something in a cutscene, and a raindrop falls on it. You start that one area starts getting all wrinkly and old. So rain is super bad. There's a lot of dead crabs and whales, and I still don't understand what that means.
Is that what the fucking thing in the sky that looks like a undead leviathan?
Yeah, that's a whale.
That's a whale? Okay. Because I was
There's
like, what the fuck is that?
There's one scene in the game where Norman is on a beach with his sister, talking to his sister. It's in a dream. And he looks at the camera just pans over, and it's filled with dead whales. As far as the eye can see, the beach is filled with dead whales. I have no idea what that even means. It's some deep shit. But my Neanderthal brain cannot handle it. It can't comprehend it. It doesn't get it. Kojima's just thinking on a whole nother level than this. But yeah, there's some really good music to it. Really great tenseful moments because you can't see the BTs. But if you move, think of them like T-Rexes almost, where if you move too fast, make too much noise, then they see you. But if you move slowly and quietly, they can't see you.
Is there any fight mechanics in the game?
Yes. There's mercenaries in there. I haven't fought any yet.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's like. Probably third-person shooter.
Okay.
But when you're running away from the BTs, one thing to do to help get around them so they don't sense you is you cup your hand over your face to hold your breath. So you could do that, but your stamina depletes super quick. And you have this little thing on your you guys probably seen it in the trailers, the little like starfish looking thing on the backpack that flashes like that, like flashes like different colors when they're around. So I'm just walking around and I'm holding my breath and I just see it go like crazy. And then my stamina is almost out, so I have to let go of the hold breath button. And all of a sudden, it's just like, boom! And it's like one of the BTs are right behind me. I'm like, oh, fuck. And that's how the entire thing was. And then I like basically jumped off a cliff to get away. So that was pretty cool.
Are you able to fight them?
Not yet. I don't know if you will be able to, but I can't.
Okay.
It's basically just stay away from. So yeah, that's Death Stranding. Really good. I wouldn't say I highly recommend it because I know damn well it's not for everyone.
Slow paced.
Not just that. It's slow paced. The story is very confusing. And it's one of those games that's like it's hard to explain my feelings towards it. I basically came into this game thinking I was either going to love it or think it was okay. And I think even you kind of have to be in the right mindset to play it.
Okay.
Unless you're really into that kind of stuff. So like me personally, I could pick it up and play right now for like 4 or 5 hours and have a grand old time. But some people might immediately be turned off by it. And I think if I would watch, for anyone listening or is on the fence about this game, watch the opening cinematic to the game. If you get past that opening cinematic and are still like, man, I kind of want to play this game to check it out because it's fantastic. You're already hooked. But if you start it, if you watch that opening cinematic and are like, I still have no idea what the fuck is going on, maybe hold off and wait until it's on sale.
Okay.
It's definitely not for everyone. If you're unsure about it, definitely rent it or pick it up on sale, is what I would say. I also checked out the Neo 2 beta. Neo is the basically Dark Souls with samurais. It's a lot of fun. Just like the first game. A little bit, in my opinion, more in-depth Dark Souls when it comes to combat, where
Okay.
you have 3 different fighting stances that you can do that all have weaknesses and strengths against other fighting stances. One of the cool things is as soon as I started up the game, I walked into a cave and it just had all of the weapons that I could pick up just sitting there. And I look and I'm like, fuck. And there's probably about good like 10 weapons on there.
Okay.
So I pick one up, do a quick little combo, and I don't like to feel this. Pick up another one, like kind of like the porridges. This one, oh, I don't like to feel this one. I don't like to feel this one. Oh, this was fantastic. I love this. This is just right.
Okay.
And then you pick up another. So you can hold 2 weapons at the same time. So I mean, it was a very I probably played it for maybe about an hour. So not really a whole lot to say about it, but other than it's Neo, but just as good. Play Neo. Play Neo 2 when it comes out.
I still haven't touched that game.
I have it. I'm looking at it right now. It still haven't popped into my system. I even downloaded it when it was free on PlayStation Plus. Still haven't touched it. And then just a normal schlock of Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's still fantastic. Last thing though. Finally, last thing. I'll try to make this as quick as possible. Me and Mitchell finished Man of Medan. Fuck that game. It's a piece of shit. Don't play it.
Okay.
So, Man of Medan is by the people that made Until Dawn, and you could tell that these people did not have either A, the budget, B, the manpower, or C, the time to make this game. Voice acting was atrocious and not in a campy way like Until Dawn. The story just fucking ends randomly. And we had like 1 death in it. One of the guys died. That's it. And it just kind of ended. The game is just like, oh man, I was expecting, at the end, it's like, oh, you gotta get this one part in the ship. Okay. So you get the part, and then immediately after, it's like, hey, we're all on the top of the deck of the ship. All right, let's go back to our boat and put the thing in and leave. And they all leave happily ever after. The fuck? There's no like big, there's no like climax to it. Nothing. It's we talk down this one guy from trying to either A, shoot us, or B, shoot himself, who is a bad guy. He joins our team, and everything's good.
So, what's the concept? Like, what's the thing chasing you? Like, obviously, like in Until Dawn, it was you had the sisters. There was the Wendigo, and the Wendigo had a purpose. Or it was like a whole story. Is there none of that in this? Like, what's the concept? Or what's the purpose of this game?
So the purpose of the game is you're looking for a sunken World War II ship. So you go to you and a bunch of fucks go to on this like little dinghy in like the Bahamas to look for this ship, and you get hijacked by pirates, and then you end up seeing like this old World War II ship just hanging out in the middle of the ocean. So basically you have to try to escape it while there's like some like scary stuff happening. Scary but not scary stuff. Basically there's something on this ship called Manchurian Gold that is a hallucinogen. And it's presumed that it's actually blatantly fucking said at the ending that you're just hallucinating through all this shit. There's one part in the very beginning of the game, and I don't think there's any way of doing it. Well, not the very beginning. As soon as you get on the ghost ship, the Man of Medan, as I call it, you walk in there, and there's like this big like room with a stage on there, and there's 4 coffins, all having American flags draped over them because this is a World War II ship. There is dead troops in there. So you could open 3 of them, but the 4th one is padlocked to hell. There's like 4 padlocks on there. And there's no keys to get into the thing. There's,
Lovely.
to my knowledge, no way of opening this up. So you could have had something horrific in there or something really spooky in there to set the mood. But no, you just decided to say, fuck it, we're not putting anything. We're not giving you a way to open this. Fuck.
So theoretically, is it possible that like the keys are just so hidden?
Oh,
It would have taken
probably.
like exponential amount of time to find them?
Oh, probably, but I'm not playing this fucking game again. To find out. Also, we are not going to be doing this Let's Play. I'm
No?
not going to be posting this Let's Play on my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/peopleihatestudios.
Solid shameless plug.
Yes.
Loving
So I went to edit the remaining episodes that I had. And I forgot that Until Dawn did this. But Until Dawn ran at a variable frame rate. It would randomly switch, without you knowing, randomly switch between 30 frames per second, 45 frames per second, and 60 frames per second. Randomly. Without you even knowing. And it's coded that way. To switch between the 3. That, to the regular player, completely fine. You don't even notice it. To video editors, it is living hell. Because randomly throughout the video, you'll be perfectly syncing up and everything's fine. And then throughout the video, it was slowly, every time it would switch over to a different frame rate, I would desync a little bit. The audio will desync. Slowly and slowly and slowly throughout the video until it's like a good 15, 20 seconds behind by the end.
Jesus.
So I basically told, because me and Mitchell had no fun with this anyway. I basically told him, it's like, all right, we have 3 options. We could either say, fuck it, we're not doing this. B, I can spend another like month or 2 trying to edit these videos so they work. Or C, I could pay someone to do it for me. And we came to the general consensus of, we didn't have fun with this game anyway. Let's just brush it under the rug and never speak of it again. So that's what we did. So yeah, that's Man Medan, and that's my week. That's my long, adventurous week.
Fair enough.
Fucking, like 8 hours of video just down the fucking drain.
Jesus. Did you play, was it digital download or hard copy?
Hard copy, my dude.
Yo, if you're willing, I'll play. Can I borrow it and I can check it
Oh,
out?
you're more than welcome to.
Fucking take it.
You are more than goddamn welcome to.
All right. I'll check it out. I want to see, like, you are very critical, which is a super good thing with video games. I tend to even I like some very bad, poorly done games. So I'm curious as to how I'll feel about this game. I'll probably hate it because, like,
Oh man.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but you joking, Walker?
No, man.
Fucking joking with that.
No,
Was my week too boring? So you had to start up a game?
no. I
Was
want
my
to try.
week that fucking boring?
No, I want to try something new. Schroeder had posted it in the thing last week, and I just never thought about it.
Yeah, heads up when you click on start a new game, it
It just
plays
starts
ads,
playing.
so
It
an
starts playing like
advertisement.
Fact.
Evanescence, "Wake Me Up" inside.
Well, I posted a link in our Discord for our group Discord. You should just be able to click on it to join.
Is it the link to your game though?
Yeah, it should be. Mark's in.
It didn't get me in.
Well, I'm trying to be
Oh, I gotta click that.
professional here. God damn it!
Hey, we're giving something our audience
keeps
to
start-
interact with.
It keeps
What
starting
the fuck
a new
is
game.
professional?
I don't know,
Keeps
Mark.
trying to start a new game.
You're
Yo,
in now.
all
It
right.
says splash.
So, what
in?
is?
Hmm?
What's the next thing on the docket, boys?
Oh, I
Yeah,
see it
what's
there.
in the news, guys?
I mean-
What's in the news? Let's.
If y'all want to get my stuff out of the way, I can do that. It's gonna be movie shit, but honestly, it's one movie thing. But like, it's kind of gonna be a more lengthy topic if everyone wants to participate and like want to like talk about it.
Well,
Well, I'm fully awake now from my
Yeah,
ranting.
you got
about-
fucking amped.
Yeah, I did. All tiredness has gone away talking about Man of Medan. I was waiting ever since Wednesday. I have been waiting for this podcast eagerly so I could talk about fucking Man of Medan.
Oh, also, one other thing that James and myself both fucked up on. Our first episode of Anime Corner we did this weekend went live.
It did.
Yeah.
Anime Corner episode 1.
Yeah, it's
the Level Unlock podcast website and anywhere
so the one
podcasts
thing
are
I'm
available.
going to preface, if you decide to go listen to this one was rough. The next ones will be much better because of the anime we watched.
I don't know how we basically talk for like 30 minutes about the same fucking point over and over again. That's basically what half the goddamn episode is.
Honestly, like it was just so we just reiterated the fact of exactly what was wrong over and over and compared it to how it
literally
could
everything.
Better. Yeah,
literally everything.
Like it was. So
I didn't compare it to JoJo though.
You didn't, which we compared it to literally every other popular anime on the face of the planet, though.
Oh, Walker, I did. Oh, you'll enjoy this. You'll appreciate this. I did give pretty good praise to Dragon Ball.
He did.
Dragon Ball Z. I gave pretty damn good praise to it.
He absolutely did.
Yeah, no lies, no japes. All right, so news.
That's cool.
So you want to segue into what you have talked about, Nate James?
I mean, there's quite physically. Are you asking me if I want to segue from where we were into it?
Well, no, I meant like I have a bunch of movie news, and then when we get to the universe, do you want to talk about it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's cool. I'm down with that.
Okay, so let's get into some news, guys. First off, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being a part of this. 600 strong downloads.
Hell yeah. I appreciate the 2 new viewers hanging out on my stream as well.
Yes.
Hour and a half in, and we finally get to the news.
Yep.
Well, that's what we call that's what we call evergreen content right there. That hour and a half is evergreen content.
That's kind of what it's been though, for the most part. Like you got to think that's every episode we've done so far. It's been about an hour and a half with our weeks, which is hilarious. So start off with some epic news. Reboots. Today there was a couple reboots that have been announced. Who's ever watched Paranormal Activity?
Unfortunately.
We are getting a new Paranormal Activity movie in 2021.
Yay. Can't you tell I'm excited?
I clearly remember my first time watching Paranormal Activity. Weird things. Me, my buddy, his parents, and his sister were all going to, I think it was Ponderosa.
Yo, fucking R.I.P.
We were watching it in the back of his van while we're driving there, and just this shit all over it. It was great.
But we are getting a new Paranormal Activity movie that will be released October 2021.
Nice.
Which is whatever.
Everybody guessed the word.
Who remembers Scream?
I remember Scream.
Unfortunately.
Scream is good.
They were making a 5th movie, which is also coming out in 2021. There will be a Scream 5.
Very profitable.
They are. My problem. So I'm not to sidebar too hard, but just a quick little Nate's bitching corner, I suppose. Is I'm really sick and tired of fucking slasher films. I understand they do well, but slasher films have no point, no story, no build. You know exactly what's gonna happen, and so I mind you, I've watched just about every Scream movie, and in the first 20 minutes I pointed out who was gonna be the killer, and out of the 4 ones I've seen so far, I was right 3 times.
Well, the first Scream movie was a parody on slasher movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Was straight just parodying the worst parts of it. Like that's what made the first Scream movie really good.
Yeah.
Is that it was the parody of it.
The one with fucking Emma what's her face? I can't remember her last. It's not Roberts. No, it is Roberts. It is Emma Roberts. I fucking called that like 20, 30 minutes into the movie, and I ended up being fucking right. If you haven't seen that movie, it's been out for like 4 or 5 years. It's not my fault. That's blatant
What,
disregard
Scream spoilers?
at that point. Yeah. The only thing I will say that seems interesting about Scream is the TV show, which I still have yet to watch. But that's just
They got it.
But the thing
I
that
hate slasher films.
the thing that blows me away though is they announced who the killer was and everything along those lines. But whatever. Another reboot. Who remembers
Bless you.
Invisible Man?
Like
Thank you.
the old school one, like old school
Yeah, like
Dracula and shit.
Yeah, like the Paramount, not the Paramount, the
I know what you're
The
talking
monsters?
about. Universal Monsters.
Yeah. Where they basically give the guy a
Is it
serum
Universal?
becomes invisible.
Yeah, and he uses the bandages.
So they are rebooting that.
is it going to be part of the Dark Universe?
Dark.
Dark Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, their failed universe so far.
Okay, all those movies were good.
The Mummy was good. The
Okay.
latest Mummy movie.
Besides the Mummy,
The only member of the Dark Cinematic, what was that? Universal Dark Pictures Anthology or whatever the fuck it's called.
so I fucked hard, like hard body karate with fucking I Frankenstein and I fucked hard body karate with fucking I Frankenstein and Dracula Untold.
What the
Also,
Oh, Dracula Untold was fun.
if you also decided to pull a movie from a little older that technically went into the universe, Kevin Bacon's Hollow Man is technically supposed to be that Invisible Man. That was the
Yeah.
idea to start with. Those movies were
Body
good.
Karate.
The only hard body karate, my dude. I'm in there like swimming. Fucking. But like those movies were good. The Mummy was the only one that was trash. I also just hate Tom Cruise, so I wouldn't have liked it regardless. But
Where is a duck?
I thought it had a lot of potential. I did. I like Dracula Untold a lot, and they're supposed to be number 2, but probably never get that. That's all from that.
So yeah, they are rebooting that. It doesn't say if it's in the original cinematic universe or not of.
Hello, third viewer. I
Um,
appreciate you.
Who remembers The Grudge?
I remember The Grudge.
I remember
Yeah.
Ringu.
The only thing I remember about The Grudge is it was every pop-up that my uncle showed me, and I got scared shitless every time. The car down the hill fucked me up.
It's just a shitty version of what is it, Juno or whatever, the Japanese version.
Wasn't it The Ring was the original? Like, if you like go further back,
Yeah,
The Ring was Japanese too, wasn't it?
it's called Ringu.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah, like Ragu, but a ring. Go ahead, Walker.
Sorry, yeah. That is being rebooted.
Good.
They're making a new.
2021.
No, actually,
Oh.
this January 2nd, 2020.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that is being rebooted. Who's ever seen Gerard Butler's The Fallen franchise?
I have.
The Angel has
Oh, like-
fallen, Olympus has fallen,
Yeah.
London has fallen.
The same movie redone over and over again? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're doing 3 more.
Is that getting rebooted?
They are
They're doing
making
3 more,
more.
apparently.
Oh Jesus Christ.
For fucking why is my question.
I have no idea.
Mozambique has fallen.
Mozambique has fallen. Mozambique here.
Shanghai has fallen.
Yeah, I don't understand because
Rio
how
de
do you do?
Janeiro has fallen.
Because
Uganda has fallen.
Angel has fallen is about the president being captured. So I don't understand where they go from there. But yeah, Gerard Butler has confirmed that they are doing 3 more.
Jesus Christ.
I guess they're that profitable. I didn't think they were. I know Olympus has fallen was really popular, but I didn't realize the rest were.
I forget Gerard Butler's still acting.
Yeah, me too.
I like Gerard Butler, but I forgot he's relevant. Kind of.
But so whatever. Going on to the DC universe.
All right.
Get the fuck back here.
I'm out.
So for those who haven't been paying attention to Twitter, hashtag release the Snyder Cut has been
Oh
trending
my
worldwide.
God,
Um,
let it go.
It actually recently had, like 3 days ago, it up to 70,000 retweets, and it was the number one most retweeted, number one trending thing on Twitter.
All right, good to know.
So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Zack Snyder originally was the director of Justice League, but due to family issues, he had to leave. So they basically filmed the whole entire movie, but he had to leave, bringing in what the hell's his name? I'll pull it up. Hang on.
Yeah, bringing in a new director.
Oh, who is the director they brought in? Anyway, I can't find it. I'll get it in a second. But he essentially changed the whole entire movie. They had
He
Dark
changed the entire second half.
Yeah. And by doing that, that's what caused the controversy of Jesus Christ, Superman's face, things along those lines. So there is a version out there that was never released. It's called the Snyder Cut. It's got, I think it's Dark Seed. Is that how you say it? Dark Side, yeah. He's in the movie, but he got cut from the remake. He's in the movie, and people like Jason Momoa have actually been pushing for them to release this, for WB to release the Snyder Cut. It's 3 hours and 45 minutes long. But I guess it's like the version that people wanted. And will they ever release it? Who knows? But that's been and supposedly there's a new version of Barry Allen in that as well. That version that was never released. So, but that's been hardcore trending online. So maybe WB will release it. Who knows?
They're not going to. Okay, so the
Joss
same
Whedon.
thing.
Josh
was
Whedon,
the one
that's what it was.
Joss
Joss
Whedon.
Whedon.
Yeah.
They tried the same thing when it first came out, after like the movie was like reviewed and everything, and it was all over Twitter then. I don't see them releasing the Snyder Cut because quote unquote WB wasn't happy with it. And people have been trying to get this out since Justice League like released the very first time. And it's never going to happen. Also, supposedly, Henry Cavill's fucking CGI'd mustache was a lot better, and it was actually a beard like it was supposed to be. But they just changed it to a mustache because it was quote unquote easier.
Yeah.
But it was already supposed to be a beard, so yeah.
So, yeah, that has been hard trending. Even people like Henry Cavill have talked about how they wanted that released. They said put it out. And speaking of Superman, anyone here fans of Superman, or have seen any other movie other than Justice League and things along those lines?
The one with Brendan, I can't remember his last name, but that one was great.
I have a list here of the
Brendan
top
Routh.
8 of basically every Superman ranked best to worst to best.
Superman 2 was the best.
Number 8, Justice League. Number 7, Superman 3. Number 6, Superman 4. Number 5, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Trash.
Number 4, Superman Returns, the 2006 version.
Oh, Brandon Routh. I
Yep.
love him.
Number 3, the best Superman was Man of Steel. Number 2, best Superman was Superman, the original, and the number one
Christopher
best, the number one best Superman was Superman 2. James called it. That will forever be
Fucking
considered, will be conceived as the best Superman ever made. going on to the Joker really quick. For those who didn't know, Joker's been fucking destroying everything.
Still, huh?
It is now the #1 greatest, most profitable comic book movie of all time. On a budget of $60 million, it has now done $954 million. They say in less than a month it'll be the first rated R and probably the only rated R movie to ever hit $1 billion.
All right, so I want to get some clarity real quick. So, are we saying it's the most profitable purely for the fact that there was
margin.
little to almost no CGI and they were able to have such a small budget and to have made so much? I'm imagining that's what you mean by margin.
Yeah, because you got to think of based off the budget that they gave them to make the movie. Based off of how much it's made, it's the most profitable in that aspect.
You got to think like total this movie cost with budgeting, with how much it costs to make the film, get the actors, that kind of stuff, and marketing. This probably costs around $100 million to $120 million.
Mm-hmm. I want to make a quick side comment because I had an argument with someone earlier this week. And their specific argument as to why the Marvel movies aren't any good is Marvel needs to learn to make a movie without CGI. Let's just let that sink in real quick. Like the magnitude of the characters that are in Marvel compared to DC. DCs are a lot more human. It's be impossible. How the fuck are you gonna get Hulk? Where's Thanos coming from? You're getting The Rock to be purple?
I mean,
that's just something
I know,
that
right?
I thought was interesting. Like, because there was this whole debate about like, oh, is Endgame better than Joker or vice versa? And like, is it the best movie of all time? Like this, that, the third.
But
me and Walker had this conversation earlier this week, but I don't think they're comparable.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But no, Joker's fantastic for sure.
Yeah. So no, that is when you put it in that context. Yeah, when you think of how much, because Warner Brothers actually, I guess, rumored wanted to give it less money. So, but obviously there's a bunch of conspiracy theories with that. They say they wanted less of the Joker. They wanted less. They wanted him in the movie less as the Joker. It's like there's a bunch, and we can go in that a different day. But with that being now the most profitable movie, two things come from that. Joaquin Phoenix has gone to Todd Phillips and requests that he makes a second script.
No. Why?
You got to think money at the end of the day.
That's going to completely destroy. I don't care, even if it's great and it does fantastic in the box office, that is going to destroy the entire concept of this movie. The movie is going to not have the same effect as it did the first time. You're going to get it now a storyline as to where this one-off was perfect. It ended the way it should have. It did not leave, if you want to be like truthful, it did not leave room for a sequel. Because you've all seen it by now, correct?
Seen what?
Joker?
No, I still haven't seen it, but you can go ahead.
Do either of you give a shit? Because like towards the audience, I gave my grace period a long time ago. We are far past that now.
You think?
Yeah.
It's
been over
100%. So the way it ended, like you learned about Bruce, obvious. Okay, also this technically isn't a spoiler. Fucking Bruce's parents die.
Yep.
You learned that like 30, 50 years ago.
Whoa.
They died during the whole riot. But and then it's just leaves on that scene billowing outwards. The problem is with how old like this character is and how young Bruce is, they'll never meet up in a point where Bruce wouldn't punch him and he'll turn into a bag of bones.
Yeah.
Like
according to Joaquin Phoenix, he feels like in the interview that he feels that there is still a lot to explore with this character. I don't know, maybe I guess the buildup of how he develops everything, and that because remember, there's the rumor that he's not the Joker that we know. So maybe they explore that side. Do they go that far? I don't know.
Like, with that being said, theoretically, you could make a movie about that, but I feel like that would be redundant due to the fact of the way the movie ended with the whole riot, with him being praised, and I just even if he's not the Joker, like which realistically is probably the case, he's probably the catalyst, like the moniker, because technically, if you want to get super specific, Joker came from the Laughing Man, and the Laughing Man has technically been around for a set, quote unquote, essentially forever, and the Joker's always been a thing. Like he's been a staple in time. Like there's always been a Joker. So, with that being said, I'm assuming this is going to be like the catalyst for the next Joker, or what I'm hoping they do if they do the second movie, they'll have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker be relatively prominent, but also we kind of see like this other like younger kid start to warp out and like get really obsessed with this entire idea of fuck the system. Everyone is a step away from madness at all times, because this sounds really cringy, but still one of my favorite sayings. And it's due to the fact of like how we all are susceptible to the human condition. All it takes is one bad day. Like I believe in that. I think that's very, very true, because Joker's entire concept is all it takes is one bad day. And then you could end up exactly like him, because almost anyone could, unless you're like some hyper moral person. But even if you decide you want to talk about that, now this could be controversial, but if you decide like, oh yes, I'm this hyper moral person who could never do wrong, you're lying to yourself. We all have faults. We are human beings. It's just how things go. That's kind of how I'm looking at things. But also back to the movie, that's what the concept is. And he had not just one bad day, but it was like one shit life, supposedly. That's what happens. Like people can fall, people can be anything. And like that's what his entire concept towards Batman is you and I are not much different. We're essentially the same person, just from the different side of the coin. Are y'all fucking playing Scribbler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
We're not playing it, we're crushing it.
There we are. I couldn't spell a word. But no, I agree with that. And I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they actually go through with doing it. Who knows? Because there's a lot of people that feel the same way, where it's going to ruin it. It's going to ruin that movie should be a one-off. But some people say but you have your diehards of like, no, this needs to be fucking
Part of the series.
yeah.
I get that mindset too, though, because I feel that's how I feel about some what they would call one-shots in the comic world. They're like, oh my god, this could be such a good series, and then they just end it because that's the way the story ends. There's no more. It's not connected to anything. This is just a story. And we're gone. We're out. Peace. Like, if they do it, I will be watching it. I will be critiquing it, and we'll see how it goes. And that's just where I'm going to leave that.
Yeah, so, and because of all the hype and all the money it's making, it is also being pushed for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor campaign on, for the Oscars. So we shall see if any of those get, because you have to campaign for them and submit it. So we'll see if it actually happens. And now, The Batman.
All right. So, let me pull it back up. That was pretty loud, I assume. Sorry about that. Where did I do it? Did I close out looking for Shannon Briggs? I did. Awesome. So, so here's the thing. More Batman casting and more Batman rumors have sprouted. So, we're going to talk about that for a couple moments. But what I actually want to talk about, I will bring up in a second. So we're going to talk about who's rumored, who's confirmed. So, where is my list of cast? All right. So, obviously, we got Robert Pattinson as Batman. I believe we talked about that at some point a couple episodes ago, I think. You got Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. Possibly, because it says rumored in parentheses, Andy Serkis as Alfred. This one's confirmed, Paul Dano, because if he's a huge indie actor, if anyone knows who he is, like I said, I think we talked about a little bit of this stuff before, but if anyone knows who Paul Dano is, if you don't, if you remember the movie Swiss Army Man, he was the not Daniel Radcliffe character.
Yep.
Also, there is in talks and rumored Colin Farrell as the Penguin, which I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Danny DeVito's the only Penguin in my eyes.
That's all. No, okay. We'll talk
we're
about that
gonna.
later.
Yeah, everyone's kind of confused about that because they wanted the dude who does the snowman from Frozen, Josh something.
I don't know who that is.
John or Josh, something like that. I can't think of his name. Gaff. He played in
Oh, Jim Gaffigan? No, that's not who does the snow. That's I'm
He was in Beauty and the
dumb.
Beast and stuff like that. I'll find it. Keep going.
All right, but what was the other one?
Josh Gad.
Oh, and Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner. I don't really know Jeffrey Wright.
He. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of Alfred.
Yeah, I know who Andy Serkis is.
Yeah. He was the
Jeffrey
pretend
Wright
bad
is
guy in. If you don't know, for another related movie, he was the pretend bad guy in
Okay.
Black Panther.
The pretend bad guy? Oh yeah, like he was the pseudo villain at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. But considering a couple of those had said rumored, if everyone's interested, let's do a little bit of not theory crafting, but let's build what we think would be perfect. Like, what would you want? Like, who? Depending how in depth your knowledge goes, what villains and who would you want to play them in this movie, and who else would you want to see?
You can't
Pick
go
whoever
too
like.
heavy because that's what ruins these movies. But the Penguin hasn't been explored in fucking what 30 some years, so
Besides Gotham,
yeah.
Oh no, because he was in what? Which Batman movie? I remember seeing it when I was younger. Fuck, I don't remember.
the Penguin's only been Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito, best Penguin.
That was like '89 though. That was a while ago.
Was it '89? I thought it was
I
later.
think
than that.
so.
I must have saw it in reruns.
So
on
yeah,
like
30
TNT.
years ago.
I could
But-
be a little off with that though. Let me double check.
No. But yeah, no, it's definitely it's been a while. I can see that. I don't really know who to play a good Penguin though. That's the thing. I don't know. Colin Farrell, all he does is plays bad guys.
that's
So
92.
all he plays is bad villain. All he does like people. So I guess it fits. And I guess he doesn't
Well,
have
like-
to be fat.
No, like think about it. Because Gotham, Oswald Cobblepot was not fat. He was a creepy but relatively somewhat like kind of decent looking dude. Like he wasn't a bad looking character, and he definitely wasn't short, fat, and scary.
Yeah, as long as they don't, because they're essentially kind of remaking the one with Danny DeVito, because they had Catwoman, they had Penguin. As long as they do something different, I think it'll be a good movie. So
I think it's gonna be a solid movie. Like, yeah, like what is your guy like? Do you guys have any like opinions? Who would you like to see in the movie? Like, what do you think would be cool? What characters do you think that we haven't touched on at all yet? And like, what would be a good thing to see on film?
I wonder if they'll introduce Robin in this version,
I don't know.
because that's a character that hasn't been explored in forever as well, because obviously the
Mhm.
strong failure.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Um,
playing Scribbler, and
No, I'm trying to think, because
no, you guys are fine.
let's bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back.
Could always be
No.
like James and lay on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with multiple Batman villains.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not huge. I don't know much.
Like,
Okay, so I'm gonna rattle a few off. If y'all are familiar with any of them, give me who you think would like to see as that character. Like, cause so first one's first. We've only had two of them, and they were both not great. Two-Face, and they were very small parts.
They are
Like,
bringing
we
two.
got that.
No, they're not. Never mind. Never mind.
It's in talks. It's in
Yeah.
talks.
The Riddlers, who they were in talks of doing. That's what it was.
Yeah, the Riddler's confirmed. Who is Paul Dano?
Yeah.
And there's the Riddler. Y'all probably aren't too familiar with Clayface.
Oh, that
Two-Face.
would be cool. Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface would be super dope. It's hard to think of who could play like Clayface. My personal one I'd still love to see would be Deathstroke. Deathstroke's a great character. Who else? Oh, y'all probably don't know who Mad Hatter is.
Oh
Unless you've seen Gotham.
The guy from Alice in Wonderland.
Well, he
Well-
plays a character like that.
Technically, yes, because his entire he's kind of obsessed with that. His name's Arthur Tretch. He's there also is the White Rabbit, who happens to be like quote unquote his evil minion sidekick.
Are they
Like, he's
fucking integrated the show like Alice in Wonderland and Batman? Are they really kind of like the same, like kind of a concept? The fucking rabbit, and that's weird.
Yeah, like so he's a hypnotist and he's kind of like obsessed with the whole idea of Alice in Wonderland. And it's just he
It's
happened
kind of like the Scarecrow, kind of.
his sister happened to have been named Alice, or his
Gotcha.
like foster sister or something. So like there's a whole thing that had happened with that. But what characters
do
are
Mr.
you
Freeze.
familiar with from DC?
I never want to see Mr. Freeze in one again.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That was just horrible. I'm excited. I think the Riddler will be really good. Because that hasn't been done in a while since Jim Carrey. The Penguin, I'm excited for. Bane, if they do it right.
Bane could be cool. Okay, so if you have any of you played the Arkham games?
Yep. And
So-
obviously a younger,
Those are fun.
a Joker eventually has to show up in some form, but how they
Right.
integrate that from the Joker movie into this, I don't know.
So if you guys have played the Arkham games, here's a couple to like think about. So Black Mask, Killer Croc. Now, since you brought up Bane, who do you think should play a Bane, and which one would you want? Would you want jacked up Bane, or would you want businessman luchador style Bane? Because they were both in the Arkham games.
The jacked one.
You just want like the one that's all roided out on the Venom.
Yeah, well, like, I would want one that simulates, like, how they did it in The Dark Knight Rises. He's not, like, roided
Okay.
out in a sense, but it's kind of like a mix. Because he,
Yeah, like the luchador one, he wasn't more of like he was more of like a businessman who, if you pissed off, he broke you in half.
yeah, I don't know. I hated obviously, a lot of people think of fucking Bane, and they think of, the one from, what is it, Batman, the one with fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One
The
of-
one that that's when we ended up actually having a one that was like all fucking venomed out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like
I thought
that
that
one.
was really cool. That like I like that one, but I kind of like the luchador style Bane too, because like Bane's Mexican and like he's actually like his normal persona was like relatively intelligent, and then he like got all juiced up and he
Yeah.
just became monumentally powerful.
Yeah, so that's,
Bane's super cool.
I don't know, we'll see. It's hard to, especially because that was more recent. Like, it's got to be the right person in the right context, really, is how it has to be
Personally,
played.
either way,
Can we get Bizarro Batman?
that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of sick. Just the Bizarro universe in general, I think, would be super cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another one that I think would be kind of cool. Someone had brought up. We were talking. I think James yelled Killer Croc at some point.
Yeah.
I would love to see Killer Croc done well and his head not look bigger than his body, like Suicide Squad. That was terrible.
Suicide Squad.
Well, like, that was so bad. But like back on the thing of Bane real fast. Just you can definitely go in a second. But sorry not to cut you off. But I think The Rock could do both. He could either do the
He's already
roided out
playing
one.
Black Adam though. He's already in the DC universe.
I know that movie's gonna be great.
I hope we do end up getting a second Shazam. Is it confirmed yet, or is it still not perfectly confirmed?
He's been signed to play Black Adam for fucking years now.
Yeah.
So
since before Guardians 2.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So I don't see them canceling that. It just all depends on The Rock's schedule because he literally goes from fucking movie to movie to movie.
Mhm.
So I can see him being in a Marvel movie before he changes characters in the DC universe. I don't think they would let him.
So, just overall, I guess, what actors? Because I know you guys are familiar with actors. Maybe not like what character they would play. But what actors would you want to see in like a Batman movie?
I don't know. I don't want to go like too A-list because I think that dilutes the movie. You know, like when you have all these like A-list celebrities in a movie, it just kind of like, okay. I don't know, but B actors, I don't know. It's too hard to say.
Yeah, I would say once we get like a hard confirm of like who's going to be in it, then we can speculate, or of like what villains are going to be in there, or what characters.
Yeah, it's too
then
hard.
We can start speculating.
Fucking, I think it'd be cool to see Mark Hamill play an actual character, like maybe actually the Joker.
He's too old.
Yeah, he is, unfortunately, but
who would? Okay, so I guess here's an idea. Perfect Joker. Who would you want to play the Joker? Because maybe that'd be the easiest one to talk about. Because like, obviously, if we're doing a new Batman universe, we're gonna have to have a Joker at some point. So who would you guys think you would want to play the Joker? Personally, mine's Willem Dafoe. I think if Willem Dafoe was able to play the Joker, yes, he's old, but he's also skinny, tall, and not Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill should only be in the voice acting.
But he's like the same age as Mark Hamill. How can you have one and not the other?
Because
at that point, just put
Mark Hamill's kind of
Joaquin
chunky,
Phoenix
kind of short. The thing is, if me and Getz actually talked about this, if Willem Dafoe did it, I think it would be to the point where it's the darkest Joker we've seen. Like it's going to be like a sadistic, fucked up version of the Joker, and like it's not going to be any punches pulled.
I'd like to see Zach Galifianakis play.
You want to know what's something that's funny,
Joker.
Jeff? You want to know what's something that's funny? I was actually thinking. I was like, I wonder what Zach Galifianakis would be like.
Will Ferrell will play the joke. Will play Two-Face. We'll have what's that other guy's name from those movies? They roll as a group.
John C. Reilly.
Or how's the name of the guy from The Office?
Steve Carell.
That's the Riddler. That's the Riddler right there.
John C. Reilly as a Penguin.
No, yeah.
Zoe Deschanel as Catwoman, or Poison Ivy.
John Lithgow as a Scarecrow.
They're looking into McConaughey.
For who?
For Two-Face.
All right.
Oh, Matthew.
All right.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Thing I like about high school girls is that I keep getting older, they keep staying the same. All right.
Matthew McConaughey wouldn't be bad, but I think he's done acting. He's a professor at the University of Texas.
Is he officially done acting?
He was on Jimmy Fallon the other day. He's a legit professor. He does a thing called script to film or something like that. He takes everyone through the actual steps.
Script to screen.
Script to screen. Cool. There you go. Two people I think would do good: Christoph Waltz.
Oh.
I think he would do phenomenal. And Shia LaBeouf.
Who do you think he should play?
I think Shia LaBeouf would do a good Joker, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's already unhinged.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
as it is, like he wouldn't be acting.
His movie that it's coming out in a couple weeks, I get, is getting like
Peanut
raving.
Butter Falcon?
Yeah. No. Honey Boy. He got an award for it already. Robert Downey Jr. presented him the award. It is being considered because he wrote it. He wrote it in rehab. and court-ordered rehab. He wrote a movie, and it's getting like reviews of being one of the greatest movies of our time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But he did it because he has PTSD. So basically, the movie that he wrote is about how fucked up his life was from being a child star at like 5 years old to now, and so he'd be good. So I think he would he'd be good at one of the characters. Johnny Depp might be interesting.
That'd be fun.
I'll be right back.
No, you're good. Yeah, I think he'd be pretty good. If Kevin Spacey wasn't a fucking rapist, he'd be decent.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman. No, he was already in Batman, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. He was Commissioner Gordon, so he can't come back.
That's true.
So he'd be good.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. Like, I would love to see like Brad Pitt in one of these, but at the same time, I don't want like an A-list celebrity in these movies because to me it just ruins it.
Well, like, hang on. Let me check something out. I'm gonna look up a list of B-list celebrities so we can do it.
While he's doing that, let's go to got some quick Disney things.
Oh, thanks for the follow.
Which
I
is
appreciate it.
one's absolutely hilarious. Disney princess got groped in Disney World the other day. A 55-year-old man got arrested.
Ariel.
Yeah. This guy is obsessed with Ariel. Went up and hugged her and just grabbed her boobs and didn't let go.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so bad.
And she had to like, she was so caught off guard she didn't know what to do. People had basically had to pry him off of her, as what is stated in the article.
Wow.
Frozen 2 reviews are in. Very mixed. It's very adultish, and it went from being a very kid-friendly movie to being a more mature, like teen-driven movie, is what they are saying.
So you mean there's a Disney movie that isn't being heralded as the greatest thing ever since sliced bread?
Exactly.
Or sorry, since the last Disney movie? Oh wait, no, that's Marvel.
Star Wars is taking a hiatus after Rise of Skywalker. The CEO has confirmed that Star Wars will be going on into hiatus following the Rise of Skywalker.
Good.
The next movie will not be released until 2022.
So that's not really a fucking hiatus. They're just making another goddamn movie.
They're still making one right now, probably.
Yeah. It's 2022, 2024, 2026 is when the new Star Wars franchise, the new trilogy will be released.
They need to stop.
So I don't know
enough.
how that's a hiatus, but that's what it is.
As Filthy Frank would say, it's time
to stop.
Yeah.
The original cut of this movie had Leia wielding a lightsaber.
What?
Yeah, they actually had her using a lightsaber in this movie, but J.J. Abrams thought it was too off, and also it was too hard to film because obviously she's not alive, so they decided to cut it from the movie.
Yeah, I don't know how necessary that would be.
So, yeah, that was pretty much his reaction. A lot of people's reaction were like,
That's
Is this-
interesting, Dante.
really necessary, and it's like, fine, so they ended up taking it out. Last piece of Disney news. Remember how I was talking about Oscar nominations and bidding, and you have to campaign for it? Disney is submitting 13 Avengers for Oscar consideration.
Bet.
Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey
Best movie of
Jr.
all time.
Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Helmsworth, Jeremy Renner, Josh Brolin, Paul Rudd, Don Cheadle. Best Supporting Actress, Scarlett Johansson, Gwyneth Paltrow, Zoe, Karen Gilla, and Brie Larson. So essentially every single character that was in the movie is being campaigned by Disney for Oscar. which is absolutely hilarious. It is the most nominations being campaigned by one company in history.
Oh, Disney.
The last company it was Game of Thrones when they did 8. So.
That is a lot of that's a lot of
A lot of people.
nomination. Yeah.
They're just trying to throw as much on there so they can.
We have Oscar nominees.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that deserve an Oscar from those movies, though.
Did you find that James? I mean Nate.
Fucking, they're like, so a lot of the things that come up for B-list actors are like a lot of old school actors.
All right. Well, let's put a pin in that really quick, and let's go to some movie news because we're already at 2 hours and 30 minutes for this podcast.
Yeah,
and
we
haven't
are.
gotten to video games.
Yeah.
So, James, you go.
All right. So, Outer Worlds is coming to the Switch.
Woot.
This is from a GameSpot article. It is sometime they announced during a quarterly earnings report, Take-Two writes that Outer Worlds will be available on Nintendo Switch by calendar year 2020 during our fiscal year 2020. So, probably sometime between January and March is what they're speculating.
Good shit.
So that's good. More people can play Outer Worlds. Don't really know how well it's going to run on the Switch. So probably won't look good or anything like that.
Well, I mean, they threw Skyrim on it and
It ran like piss.
did it?
Did it? And also that's a 8-year-old game.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
Witcher 3.
Oh,
That
But
ran bad too.
that
Yeah.
runs at like 5 frames at points.
On the Switch?
they did a bunch of things to like scale the resolution so it's able to run, but most times it's only running at like 380p or something like that.
Wow.
Oh, if you want to play it in that's in handheld mode. If you want to play it, it's hard to see anything. You can't make out detail, but it's still a fucking accomplishment.
Yeah, it's wild.
Death Stranding, pre-orders for these Steam and Epic Game Store versions are live right now.
I thought
So
it was
you
going to
can-
be an exclusive.
no, it's coming out next year for PC.
Yep.
It's a console exclusive. Speaking of Death Stranding and movies, Kojima Productions, Koji Pro. Hideo Kojima, the absolute madman, has come out and said that he wants to, during a BAFTA panel, because he's
Good
a
old
BAFTA
BAFTA.
man now. His next project could be a fusion of games and movies that would capitalize on the way streaming is uniting many forms of entertainment. So
That's vague and ambiguous, and I like it.
yeah, Kojima, he's always wanted to make movies. He's a huge movie buff. So good on him. I want to see him live out his dreams. PlayStation Now added 3 new games for November. One I haven't played, one I don't like, but people think is a banger, and one is an absolute banger. So Persona 5 is on there now, which is top tier JRPG. Middle Earth Shadows of War is on there. I hear it's good now that they got rid of the microtransactions. And then Hollow Knight is also on there, which not my cup of tea. And Jeff.
What's up?
This is a YouTube thing. So,
Yeah.
actually, well, Jeff, you want to talk about the Markiplier stuff real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
So YouTube has made 2 big oopsies this week. And one of them
Truth.
involves one of the bigger YouTubers out there, Markiplier, and more importantly, his fan.
Yes.
Jeff,
So,
what did they do?
in a nutshell, he had like this murder mystery thing that he put together, and apparently the way it would work is he would say, "All right, audience, if you want me to go through the left door, throw up a green emoji. If you want me to go through the right door, do a red one." And shortly after people started to do this, people started to find that their entire Google accounts had been banned, like completely shut down. And then when they tried to like fight it, they were pretty much greeted with a, if you get banned, that's because we are wise. And no. So Markiplier's been online, like trying to figure out what the heck is going on and trying to fix it. So that's one thing that's super cool is he's just like he's trying to be on top of it. He's instructing all of his fans, like if your account got banned, to get in touch with his moderators and they'll add him to the list of people to try to fix it.
Did you watch his video on it?
Yeah.
I have never seen that man so mad in my life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's pretty upset about it. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Fuming at it. Another thing. Oh, go ahead.
Well, just in a nutshell, he's trying to he's trying to get it all figured out.
He's doing everything he can.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has contacts at YouTube.
Yeah. I'm sure he does. I'm sure it will get fixed. But the thing is, it's a robot thing,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and the point he made in the video that I found is that what he was mentioning about if there's really humans that are looking over these appeals,
which apparently, according to YouTube,
there are. According to YouTube, there are, but like,
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, if you look at it, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would a normal human being see why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if that was in fact the case, a normal person would be like, "Oh, there's clearly a mistake here. Let's fix this."
Yeah.
So, and that's what he was like. If YouTube's lying, So hopefully they can get fixed. And so for everybody who's listening, if you're a streamer on YouTube, or if you watch other people stream, don't use those emojis for now. Wait for them to fix that shit. Yeah, stay away from those for a second.
Yeah,
True.
It's fucked. It's really fucked. Another fuck thing with YouTube is that they've just updated their community guidelines.
Sure did.
Did they? I seen them.
And their terms of service.
Yeah, what's up?
It has gotten me and a bunch of other YouTubers fucking panicked.
Why?
So this is actually, and I looked through my email too when I saw someone posted on Twitter, and I had to look through my email, that email that they sent us, for changing the terms of service. All right. So one thing that YouTube is trying to do is they want to be more, like, they don't want to be as vague when it comes to the rules. They want it to be like clear cut. Hey, this is what it is. This is XYZ can cause this.
Right. Well, because we talked about it before on how I think it goes down to the idea that if you're going to be a digital soapbox, you can't curate your thing. However, you can set up rules.
Yeah. So one of the things that they added and haven't told anyone about any of this stuff and like how this can happen is, quote, YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provisions of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. So pretty much what that's saying in a nutshell is that if they don't find your channel viable commercially to YouTube, they can get rid of it.
Well, okay, so let's dissect that a little bit. So it sounds like all right, so if you throw the blanket on it, it sounds like what they're saying is, in a nutshell, if your channel isn't making money, we can kick you off the platform.
Yeah.
Correct? Now let's take it from another angle from the way they're probably intending for it to sound. If you are producing content that is going to dissuade advertisers from working with us, we gonna kick your ass off.
And I'm sure that's what they mean, but they don't word it that way.
Right,
they leave no clear thing about that.
And they probably leave it vague on purpose so that they can use that
as
an excuse to ban people that hopefully we're past. See, I was this is, Nate, you might get a little kick out of this. I've been watching a kind of looking into a little bit of patterns Like if you look at like the you have the 90s, yeah, the 80s, the 90s. You know, you have the millennial time there. What do you even call that? What would you call the tens?
That's generation, that Z.
Well,
Okay.
no, like the 10s, like 2010s.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, it's generation
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah, but we're not talking about generations.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about
Oh.
just
Boomer.
like
Okay, boomer.
I like 80s music. I like 90s music. I like
I got you, I
2000s
got you.
music.
Yeah, 2000s.
Okay, so like
Sorry.
as far as you know, I think around year 5, year 6, that is the defined generation, and then as you move forward, you're actually getting into what's going to be the year 5, 6 of the following generation.
Yeah.
And
Like the first 5 years define it, and then the next 5 years kind of hone it and experiment into, and it bleeds over into the next.
right, that's defining the following generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, what's up, Andy? How you doing, brother? The Dodo King. Yes, I think. I want to hope that both politically, as well as with this stuff that's going on in the social media sphere, we are going to be moving out of this, like all of the stuff that instigated YouTube to change its things, where it was kicking people offline and doing all kinds of annoying things. I'm hoping that we're moving out of what it was and into this, and then this piece here, with them basically putting this out however they want, gives them the opportunity to show that they're going to use this for the better good. Because like you said, they left it vague, probably on purpose. So they might be laying out, hopefully, I'm probably wrong, they're probably going to use it for evil, because that's what corporations do.
It's
but
possible.
it
That's
gives
YouTube
them,
in a nutshell.
yeah, it gives them the potential, though, to prove that, you know, otherwise. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping we're getting out of this phase, as far as an entire, like as far as a whole, as a country. I don't know about the world, but as far as the country and the political arena and I guess you could just call it, put that umbrella of that over all of it, really, right? Because even being kicked off of, you know, Alex Jones being kicked off, technically that's a political thing, right? So, like I said, I don't know. I'm hoping that we're going to be moving out of this crazy stuff and into something that's a little bit more open. We'll see, because there really hasn't been as much noise as there was. Like, when was the last time there was the big thing that people were getting kicked off left and right, but it's been a while since it's been a problem, as far as I'm aware.
Speaking
right?
of people getting kicked off, you guys heard, you probably, because it's Fortnite, but a member of FaZe Clan got banned from Fortnite for life because he was making YouTube videos with an aimbot and cheat codes to specifically make content for YouTube videos. He wasn't using them to like win like tournaments or anything, but he was just doing like fun videos. But the only way to make the videos was to actually use the bots, the aim bots, where basically you can shoot and kill somebody from across the map with nothing. And Epic got a hold of it and banned him for life.
Good.
Yeah, I'm actually on page with you on that one.
Yeah.
If your experimentation does not affect another person, then fine, do whatever you want. Like that shit that's going on with Fallout right now. Like, that's some trash on what's going on with that kid. But this kid, he's still using the exploit to affect other people's gameplay, and they're unaware of it. They're unaware that it's happening.
Though.
If you reach out to me and you say, hey, I'm gonna use this aimbot and we're gonna play together, and I agree to it, then fine. But if I'm if I'm playing and somebody's using an aimbot and I don't know about it, but I know about it,
the other
right?
the other 99 people playing in the group.
Yeah, it's not fair and it's obnoxious.
I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's avocados real quick.
Okay.
So, if it's not tournament, if you're not playing for money, if you're not doing physically anything besides killing time while playing video games, there shouldn't be an issue. Like, yes, it's going to be annoying. That's when you load up and you're probably not going to run into that person again because of how many people consistently play. It's still a competitive game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
don't
not-
know a life
I
ban.
wouldn't agree with that. I would agree
Yeah,
because
I don't know
of
about
the
the life
fact they
ban.
make
Yeah,
they make competitive modes. They have completely different sectors. There's tournament mode, and then there's free play. You can just go in with some friends, play. There's no tournament going on there. There's entirely different tabs you have to click to go into the tournament side of things.
Yeah, but
At the
what
same
if
time, go ahead.
no, yeah, but what if say you were just playing some I don't know, let's say Call of Duty. Let's say
Okay.
we're playing Call of Duty just for fun.
Okay.
And one little fuck there keeps like, like lag switching, if that's still a thing. And, keeps like phasing in and out of areas to get away from, getting shot or to just sneak up behind you and shoot you in the back of the head. Like how annoying would that be?
No, like I'm not saying that like it's not like relatively shitty. Like it sucks to play
It's
against.
like I'm
those
not
kind of people,
justifying it, but
Yeah.
but
You got to think
I
people
don't think it
practice
deserves
though.
any form of ban. But if they practice, they go into specific matches with their friends, and now they made rooms for people to practice in the custom game aspect.
Yeah.
They make specific maps for practicing.
This would be a completely different conversation if he was playing in like a mode that had, it was just him and a bunch of buddies playing against
Right.
bots. This would be a completely different conversation.
oh
You
my
gotta
gosh,
think though, he
Nate.
can still play against a ninja or some of the big people, and they're like, where the fuck did I just get shot from? And to
Exactly,
them,
Mark.
like they're making money off of playing it normal.
Right.
So and they just got killed, and they're like, what the fuck? I just got killed. Like say like Ninja and his teammate, Reverse or whatever, they have that like 54 game win streak or whatever that they did. They played on normal. Like they broke what they consider what would be the world record for the most wins in a row on normal Fortnite, and a dude comes in with an aimbot and fucking takes him out. I'd be flipping shit.
Yeah.
That's, I would say to a point that like, I see where you're coming from, but I also would say that argument, not like because it's your argument, but like the argument in general about it being like a bigger YouTuber or whatever, doesn't matter because they're kind of immortalized in this and they're still going to make money. They're not losing anything from losing a match. Okay,
I agree,
be
but
pissed off about dying once, pick up and move on. Because
But
once
then-
again,
Yeah.
the likelihood of you getting put in the match with that person again is relatively unlikely.
But then
From
you
a
also
bus-
got to.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Mark. You also got to think too on Epic's end.
Mhm.
Hey, if you're Ninja, all right, and you get fucking no scope 360 quick shot from across the goddamn map,
right.
an
I need a
aimbot.
battery.
if I was Ninja, I would be taking to social media and being like, "This is fucking bullshit." Or
Right. This is garbage.
the-
These guys need to moderate their shit better. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
or like the 5 people watching him on Mixer now will probably be like, "That's fucking bullshit."
Yeah.
All right, so then that's putting a bad image on Epic.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't
so
think
we're
a
not talking
life.
about the
Go ahead. Keep going.
we're not talking about the individual creators or the individual people in the game. We're
Yeah.
now talking about basically doing a Blizzard
Yeah.
to a company.
Yeah, because and then if it's on YouTube, and then other people are saying, "Oh, I want to try this," and then that could grow. And what were you gonna say, Mark?
people are using these tools, so as a business standpoint, it just lowers the quality of your product. It makes
Yeah.
people want to play it less, and then being that it's kind of a free product, it makes people want to put less money into it. And
Yeah.
no,
Right.
but-
Why am I going to invest on this thing if there's going to be cheaters all over the place?
I
Type
don't.
shit.
Exactly.
I don't think he should have been banned for life. To me, that's a
Yeah,
little,
not for life.
That's a little much. Like, there was, like, remember a couple months ago we were talking about that $30 million tournament.
Yeah.
There was people that actually got caught cheating doing that tournament, and they only got banned for 2 weeks. But because this guy was a FaZe Clan member, a part of a big organization, a big group, Epic said they wanted to make a statement
Exactly.
and ban him.
Eee.
FaZe is obviously
It's fucking dumb.
everybody
phase-
making these
Yeah,
statements.
getting banned for so long is a little ridiculous. I think
FaZe
The
is
f- okay.
obviously not competing against it, but
fighting it.
fighting
yeah.
it. So we'll
The
see.
reason that that's even for the lack of a better word, I'll just say dumb again, is purely for the fact that if he got banned for life for simply making fun content videos, sure, it might annoy some people. But once again, it's a okay. So I didn't actually talk about this part yet, but like you guys were saying, it's a free game. There are still going to be people playing it physically, no matter what. That game is not going to die. It's going to drop in popularity relatively quickly every now and then, but there's going to be a loyal follow base. It's not going away. People are still going to put money into it because children like to talk to their parents, and they're going to get little skins, whatever. I eventually, every now and then, might put a couple bucks into it because I see something that looks cool, and I'll play it for a couple days and I'll forget about it. But the fact that someone got banned for 2 weeks with $30 million on the line versus someone making probably a couple $100,000 every couple of months making YouTube videos, and I'm assuming no, because I believe that FaZe Clan member was a smaller one. I think he only had like probably 500,000 to 1 million subscribers, meaning he's probably making about $30,000 every 2 months, roughly. Which I mind you,
still a lot,
great.
but yeah.
I would say about 50,000 probably every like 1 to 2 months.
But it's not in the level as the rest.
Depending on AvRev and whatnot, I could. But that being aside, this would do simply for no malicious intent as to where these kids that got banned for 2 weeks was purely malicious intent, so they could beat other kids and make money from it. Yep. Like $30 million.
But they did get kicked out of the tournament too, so they didn't have a chance.
That would
to win
be
any money.
considered cheating, as to where this should be. Hey, you're violating guidelines. Don't fucking do that. You're off for a week.
Yeah, but who fucking cares about little Jimmy Buttfuck, in this tournament that, does the aimbot that, may stream and get like, 1 viewer or no viewers per stream, as opposed to this huge hyper mega, like streamer / YouTuber who's, getting a ton of views and all that kind of stuff.
And monetary benefits,
making revenue on Twitch from it.
Yeah.
Your expense.
So like this dude, if anything, he's the one that should be getting the fucking ban hammer thrown at him. He's the one that the book should be thrown at, because he is going to be the biggest example set. Because all these little kids, all these 5-year-olds watching him, as all FaZe Clan members have, their audience is like 8-year-olds. So they're going to be like, oh shit, I don't want to get banned for life too, so they're not going to replicate this.
Yep.
While, again, Jimmy Buttfuck over here, who's doing this, managed to somehow enter into this tournament and doing the same bot, who cares about him?
Yeah.
He's just a blip on the goddamn radar. He's just a small fish in an ocean.
Well, Andy really appreciates it. Andy really appreciates the expression "little Jimmy buttfuck."
And then on that note, let's keep going.
That's all. The YouTube.
Well, let's segue though. All right, so real quick into 76. So let's talk about the kid is getting banned for that.
Yep.
So 76, there's a guy and a team that has data mined for months the Fallout 76 files, and his intention is to, and successfully did, was to create a map of all of the resources available on the map. So if you're looking for a specific thing like soap or basketball or whatever, one of the resources that are in the game, you type it into the search and it pops up, where the spots are on the map to get these items. So, and it started out as a tool just so he could find it, and then he ended up eventually putting it online, and he's been a super supporter super fanboy, super supporter, has 6 accounts, invests tons of money into the game for the various skins and such, and is just a community leader, honestly, for this game. And so him and his buddies are traveling around doing their business, right? And they stumble across an exploit. Now, their intention, from what has been reported, was
the game having an exploit. Nah.
Right. So their intention, according to what was reported, was that they intended to test it to verify that it in fact was a problem, and then reported it to Bethesda, of which they could do.
Man, they must have a full-time job doing that.
Yeah. Well, they probably. I mean, he has a community and stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me if, to some extent, there's, it probably is a big part of his life. So, upon reporting it to Bethesda, they proceed to ban him and all of his buddies for life.
Makes sense.
For what though?
That's
For using the exploit.
Yeah.
For testing the exploit, essentially, is why they ended up being banned.
What?
That's
Yes.
what happens when your
And
game's
what
the shitter
What did the exploit do?
and your company is.
They didn't go into detail with what it did. Actually, I don't know.
Pretty much what it did. If somebody opened up the .exe for the launcher instead of doing it through the game launcher, it would save the person's username and password in plain text.
Oh, nice.
And
What does
so-
that do for
Oh,
someone?
nice.
So somebody could just, log in your computer real quick and grab your plain text password.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
not encrypted at all.
Or if something happens to their
Oh.
servers and they're able to get access to everyone's information, like
Kind of like what happened
Yeah,
when
it's-
people submitted the help ticket to get the actual canvas bags for the collector's edition, and they just held that shit in plain text.
all the
all the
credit card
confidential-
information was everywhere.
Credit card information, addresses, all that
Oh.
stuff. Same thing.
Do
Same
they-
thing.
Do they say they're gonna? I'm guessing they're probably gonna try to fight this ban. If I would assume.
Yeah,
I think they did. Didn't they
a
try
bunch
to
of
fight it?
them's been. The guy in particular that you've been talking about has been fighting it, but he hasn't been unbanned yet.
Jesus.
Some other people in
successful with
his group, some have been permanently banned.
Like
and
IP
that-
band?
I think it's just account banned.
Okay.
And then a few of them have been temporarily unbanned, and then they'll receive a permanent ban if they do similar actions again in the future.
That's insane.
So,
Well, they did
if
the
they-
exact same goddamn thing when people found a way to get into the dev room or the QA room.
yeah, well, this time it's just like, oh, we're trying to fix your game, but if you do it again, we're gonna ban you. So don't do it again.
Yeah.
So like these people that are spending all this time to make this game better than what it was, they're just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Reset the Fallout clock.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's such shit.
Yeah. They really can't get there. I don't understand it, man. I mean, I'm a huge Fallout fanboy. Like, I'm wearing a Fallout hat right now.
Oh, and
Yeah.
they're also trying to refund their like Fallout First subscription.
Oh,
Apparently,
yeah.
that's a hell in a handbasket.
Because they used the in-game currency.
Yeah.
The one guy I was watching used, I guess the dude used the example of, here's a free gift card with the purchase of a vehicle, and then there's something wrong with the vehicle, so you go to return it, and they say no because you used the gift card. Is basically the analogy he used.
Why
yeah.
doesn't Bethesda just kill this game already? Like, that's the only
'Cause
core.
I would assume that there's still a huge following with the game, regardless of the
hope.
issues.
Yeah, I wish that they would
I'd
just.
imagine there probably is.
They need new leadership, is what it is. That's
They
Or
just
something.
need
Power need
management.
huh?
Mark said they need new management.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They need
uh,
a new team of people that are actually running it and like.
I actually know how to
That's-
run like a social online game. Like, yeah, they have Elder Scrolls Online, but that's a completely different division. I think that's like their UK division of Bethesda
That's
so,
more
like,
ZeniMax.
or ZeniMax. Yeah, so like they don't have
They know
anybody
how
to
to do it.
really.
They do it well. They do it fantastic. But yeah, no, it's like Fallout 76 at this point, Bethesda just needs to cut their losses and kill the game. Like,
Andy says,
no, not even joking.
Andy
just
says
kill
he's
the game.
excited. Oh yeah, you think so? You think killing the
I
game?
think so. Yeah, that's
What
the
about
only-
everybody
just-
who has invested into it though?
Just cut your losses. Cut their losses now, because it's only going to get downhill from here.
And create a
There's
new
no-
game, a better like a new one down the road.
Or like just.
I don't think so. I think they
offline.
just need to get a new team of people to take it over, and
Like
I think it
Destiny
has the
2.
potential. I played the shit out of it. It is fun, and it's really a fun concept for like meeting people because you can invent your own stories and do
yeah,
all
but-
kinds of
But
stuff.
that doesn't matter because how much more money are you or anyone else currently playing the game or is going to spend on that game?
Yeah.
I would be down to spend. I never actually paid cash money, but I did. You could do activities in the game to acquire the in-game currency and use that in exchange for skins and things.
I think they needed
So-
Destiny 2, where the game was shit, people hated it, then they kind of got their asses kicked and like, okay, we need to fix it.
Or Destiny 1.
And they come back out, and Destiny 2 is huge now.
Yeah,
They
that's
kept the
after a
same
year,
game and
they
then revamped it.
They have competent people working on that project, though.
Dude, they
Yeah, it's
completely
Bungie.
abandoned the road. The what do they call it?
The roadmap.
Roadmap.
Yeah, they
Never
completely.
delete that shit.
If they would have stuck to the damn roadmap,
Look at fucking Anthem.
Yeah.
Look at
I mean,
Anthem.
what is Anthem?
Yeah, exactly. What is Anthem? All right,
That
so
was-
this is
I
like
appreciate it,
perfect
Batman.
example right here. Okay, so you have a good
Thank
game
you.
that actually has people that care about the project in Destiny 1 and 2.
Yeah,
These
great.
people are actually passionate about it, and they're keeping up with it and trying to make it better. When you look at like Fallout 76 and Anthem, it's almost like they don't care. And I'm sure the people at the dev team do actually care about this game.
Yep.
But someone higher up is saying, "Fuck you, we don't care anymore." So, and look at Anthem. They basically, that game is dead. That game is deader than dead.
Yeah, that they completely
the
fucked that
last-
roadmap too.
Yeah. So at the and BioWare at this point, I do believe an EA is basically just saying, "Fuck it, cut our losses. Let's just throw this out."
yeah, the industry term is sunsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically put this on, occasional hot fixes. No new real big content, none of that stuff. Just kind of keep the servers running, and then just hey, we might have an update here or there like every year for like bug fixes and stuff like that. Fallout
Quick-
76, they should just do that.
Quick note: the current player base is still in the millions for Fallout 76.
So that's probably why they keep it.
Is that concurrent though?
I don't know. It says as of
Probably
last month, it was still in the millions. Like it didn't give me an exact, but it's millions plural.
Okay, so that could
So-
be over that month though.
it's still a lot of people going in and out of
It's
the game.
still a lot of people.
Yeah.
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 But they're not getting new people,
Yeah.
and that's what they need. That's how you make a games as service game alive.
Yep.
Is that you get more people, you get the new people, and you get people telling their friends.
Yep.
And with this huge shit stain on Fallout, at this point, I wouldn't tell anyone to pick
Wow.
up this game because Bethesda's just gonna fuck you.
They completely
Yeah.
fixed ESO when it started out as hot garbage.
Exactly.
we'll see
ESO
what
became a
happens.
pretty solid
Yeah,
game.
we'll see.
Final Fantasy
but
4.
with
Mhm.
but digressing back, it's absolutely ridiculous
That
that
guy got banned.
that kid got banned. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely, and it's a permanent.
That's trash.
So the
Yeah.
reasoning the only thing I could possibly think of that would make sense. You said he had a community, so I'm assuming he recorded. The
I
fact
don't-
that he was
Maybe, probably.
showing I don't think it's because he was doing it. I think it's because he was actively showing people that hey, this exists. So
So that's a
is
question.
it wrong? Still,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely 100%. But it could have been like, okay, we're just gonna drop them out so they can't do this, and that no one else will know this exists, other than the people that he
We'll take it out, and when we
Has a
take it out,
community
we'll let him back in.
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I suppose then that would be the piece on it. Then is if in fact he was making YouTube videos and encouraging others to exploit, then absolutely that's
Yeah.
appropriate to be.
Maybe not even just
off. I don't
encouraging,
believe
or
others,
at least
Yeah.
or at
simply-
least paused for a second. But
Yeah.
if he wasn't teaching people how to do the exploit and
Just doing it himself to try to
promoting
fix
it,
Mhm.
yeah, then that's totally then he's in no wrong at all.
From the post, that's what it seems.
Yeah, from the post, that is what it sounds like. It sounds like
If
he wasn't.
anything- if
What's his
anything-
tag? Does
Mhm.
it say or no? Like his
No.
PSN, gamer tag, whatever, what have you? It
Uh,
doesn't? Okay.
You'd have to dig into it a little more, yeah.
If
but-
anything, fucking Bethesda should hire him on QA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were a good company, they would have fucking put him in QA.
Yeah, and
Like,
instead
hey,
they
you've been doing good shit.
Instead, they banned a dude that essentially has the potential to dissolve well, he already started to dissolve. He took down the website that had the resources, and he took down some other stuff, I guess.
He's
So
done.
I mean, he started to dissolve it, and he's like, and ultimately the trigger for him to get, to evaporate himself off of the platform was the fact that they wouldn't return his
They wouldn't
76.
reinstate him.
Yeah.
No, not the reinstatement.
Oh.
It was they wouldn't return his money, his
Oh.
15 or his
The
money for
Fallout
the
first.
for the Fallout first.
If I was this guy, I would just scrub my hands clean of Fallout 76 forever.
Well,
And
Sounds
just,
like he might.
just not support it anymore. Yeah.
sounds like he might. I suppose it would just depend on the recourse from
What they do.
Bethesda at
what
this
Bethesda
point,
does.
because you have to think about it like you, man. Imagine if it was your favorite, like you built a whole thing around. You know what I mean? Like if it was your jam.
If it was Monster, okay, let's say it's Monster Hunter.
Yep.
Let's
Mhm.
say if Capcom threw the ban hammer at me for doing an Explore in Monster Hunter, I would be fucking livid, and I wouldn't touch that game ever again.
Yep.
And I wouldn't support them ever again.
Yeah. Andy says he thinks that they should work with another design company and produce a whole new fresh look.
Mhm.
That's something.
A Fallout legit crushed everything the way it is now.
So,
Yeah, just crush it.
moving on there. So who has? That was a huge point from that. That was a really good segment, by the way. Who has some other news? Do you have more news, James?
No, that's it.
All right. I have a few things, unless anybody wants to go first.
I have a few things. I can just do them real quick.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
We should
You
start
covered
wrapping
most
up.
of my stuff.
So IO announced Hitman 3, and it's well underway.
games.
Yeah, they've been working on it for about 13 months now for full-time support. Oh, actually, that's for Hitman 2.
I try to play those
And-
games. I'm the running gunning one, so like me trying to sneak around never works for me. I always got
Oh,
caught.
we know that. We know that.
So it looks like the third one's coming along. IO actually announced their next free update coming out on the 19th for Hitman 2, which will consist of an episodic thing happening through November. So every week they'll have 2 new content drops. So a total of 10 featured contracts, 8 escalation contracts, 6 challenge packs, 5 items unlocks, 2 suit unlocks,
Nice.
and a legacy elusive target. So there'll be a bunch of
Nice.
content coming in November. Yeah, fucking IO's gone on top of Hitman 2. It's one of the really big IPs.
Good shit.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Nate, did you have
covered
any
most
more?
of the stuff I wanted to talk about.
Not necessarily. The only thing I do want to throw out is I was looking a little bit more to that 76 thing, and this happened November 10th, correct?
Yeah, not too long
Something
ago.
like that, yeah.
Yeah,
So
because November
yesterday.
10th. Yeah. So on that, with that being said, he did have a smaller YouTube channel of about 3,000 people, and he did bug compilations. So it was visible that this happens, that you can see what's going on. If you go to CCN about, so like he did have a YouTube community. So like I'm not saying like he's a bad person, but like he oopsied.
Yeah.
He fucked up a little bit.
Still shouldn't be a
oopsied.
forever.
No,
shouldn't be
I don't
banned, though.
disagree, but
Yeah.
like realistically, you shouldn't be exploiting bugs that can do that. Like the immortality bugs and whatnot that he found prior, totally fine.
Yep.
You'll get
Yeah, but if
washed
this
out
is
later.
accounts,
This
Yeah.
is personal well-being, financial well-being, like things that can be sketchy.
I got a couple things. Apex Legends, which honestly
That game
blows my
still
mind
around?
that we didn't even
He was-
realize this.
No, me and James
Um,
talked about it a week or so ago.
They released a duos mode.
It's been out for a couple weeks.
Well, they announced it a couple weeks. It just released on the 5th. The duos mode is only going to be until the 19th. After the 19th, they are taking it away. It is a special event, kind of like what they did for Halloween.
So
Okay.
we got eight days to not play
Yeah.
Apex. Cool.
So after the 19th, they will release a holiday theme concept like they did for Halloween. They haven't said if it's geared towards Christmas or Thanksgiving. I highly doubt it's Thanksgiving. It's probably Christmas.
Probably.
They released the new firing range,
Sorry,
which
buddy.
is training.
We try.
So you can practice with any character, any guns on targets So basically, it's a way to get better at the game.
Andy says duos is insane.
I haven't played it, so that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played Apex since like the last time I played with you guys.
Yeah, it's been a minute
I am
since you played.
so terrible at those games.
I miss playing Apex. I just don't have a squad because I don't get to play with many people.
They were going to be releasing some Black Friday deals, and on the PC, Xbox, and PS4, with Apex. So basically, if you download the game, you'll get special content with it if you haven't played the game before.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool.
Fancy.
It's a sad day. We have a little moment of silence here. PlayStation has announced that it is ending support for SingStar.
The fuck is
No.
SingStar?
Yeah.
One of the best games ever made.
Ripping pepperoni.
Um,
It was a karaoke game.
yeah, basically it was where they played the music video behind it, and you sang along with the actual person. Call Me Maybe. What's her name was basically the face of the game. Carly Rae Jepsen. As of January 31st, 2020, you will not be able to play online, download any new games. The leaderboards will be unavailable. All of the dead space in the game will be gone,
That's so sad.
as well as any online support will be gone as well. So they are ending it, and they are officially removing it from all servers. So you can no longer play at your parties as SingStar.
It's time to go.
On PS2.
Yeah, pop in the PS2 version.
Yeah.
That'll be forever.
And
The PS2
PS3. Modern Warfare is getting a battle pass. It has been delayed to late December. For those who are interested,
What would the battle pass be for?
instead
Honestly.
of loot boxes, loot crates.
Skins,
Yeah.
charms,
Because you know how in Blackout
watches.
you had
Extra XP per hour.
We already have that.
your loot crate. You had loot drops in Black Ops 4. They removed that because of the huge controversy of gambling, so they put in a battle pass. XO19. Xbox's annual conference
First time.
starts. What'd you say?
First annual.
I thought. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I just said annual. It is the first annual celebration for Microsoft. It starts in London this week, the 14th to the 16th. Streams happening on Mixer, YouTube, Twitch,
Even
Twitter.
fucking Microsoft doesn't solely use Mixer.
Yeah, they're gonna be on Twitch.
That's the saddest goddamn thing I've ever heard in my life.
There will be huge news on Project Scarlet, future titles, including up and coming games, including Halo Infinite.
And then I saw a logo that had Rare's logo on there.
Yep. Rare will
for
be
it,
there.
So I
as
can't
well.
wait for them to show off Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts 2.
Featured games: Age of Empires 2, Battletoads, Cyber Shadow, Doom, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Forza 4, the Lego Speed Champion Edition, Gears 5 updates, Halo Master Chief Collection, Haven, Leadhead, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Minecraft Dungeons.
I'm gonna put money down right now. They're going to announce that Halo Master Chief Collection will be available on PC that day.
I guarantee it.
I'm gonna put money down on that.
Wastelands 3, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. They had other Ubisoft games announced, but have been taken off the docket due to the delays. So I'm assuming we will get full details on what exactly the Project Scarlet will come with, and
I don't
what
know
it's
about
gonna.
that.
You don't think so this early?
They're probably gonna wait for E3.
Yeah.
What's the point of having this conference then?
Talk about the games coming out for the Xbox One.
Hype it up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So we'll have some news from this next week, as well as there's going to be some Mixer updates that they will
are they
announce.
actually gonna make it a real fucking streaming platform now?
So we'll see.
Allegedly.
We'll see. Last two things. Diablo 4 crossplay multiplayer is the goal for this game. They want this game to be cross-platform, so everyone can play it together, just like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Fortnite, and League of Legends. As it has proven that this is now the norm, so Diablo 3 will take place in the connected world.
Yay.
It may not be available on launch, but it will be the end goal. I haven't played any of the Diablos since like Diablo 1, so I know
Diablo
Three's good.
3 was a lot of fun.
I know Diablo
Three's
3
good.
has a huge following.
Two's still the best, but 3's pretty good.
3 was actually my first induction into Diablo, so I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I never played 3. I know a lot of people absolutely love it. But yeah, that's the end goal for that. And now let's get some two releases.
I have something too.
Oh, what's up, Schroeder?
Just I think it's a good segue from this into releases or releases into this. But is there any deals.com?
Anydeals.com?
Yeah, so just a heads up, guys. We got a couple pretty killer deals going on this week, it looks like. Like The Witcher, for example, is on sale, 70% off right now on Steam.
Is this just on this website, or does this tell you deals from every website?
Yeah, it shows you a bunch of them, yeah. Borderlands 2 is on here. I'm looking for something that, some of the ones that people like. 10% off is a thing with the Elder Scrolls right now. Let's see if there's anything else particularly notable in here. BioShock Infinite you can get for $7.50 on Steam. So this is kind of a cool thing. Something to talk about. Maybe we can like.
What's it called?
Is there anydeal.com?
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm typing in anydeals.com and it's not working.
Yeah, the Windows Game Store apparently has the Stick of Truth South Park for $6.
Minecraft is featured on the Windows Game Store right now.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is something I'm interested in. The Long Dark for $10 on Steam. I would not have known that.
So is this just like Steam, or oh no, you can
No,
hover it and it
yeah.
goes to different websites?
Green Man Gaming, Windows Game Store,
Okay.
Mac Game Store, plus 6 others in this one.
Life is Strange for $3.39. Wow.
Ooh.
80%
Probably
off.
one episode. Oh no, it
Yeah.
might be
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
cool. So that's a thing.
Let's take a look at
This
releases,
week in
shall we?
releases is huge, more so for movies. Before you start talking about it, the reasoning being, if we got to talk about it, Disney Plus releases this.
Life is Strange 2 is $1.90. Just a heads up.
It releases Tuesday. Disney Plus does release Tuesday, which is coming fully loaded with a lot. But go ahead, James.
All right. On the 11th, we got Romancing Saga 3 coming out for the Switch and PS4, and Trucks Driver coming out on PC on the 11th. 12th, we have Yaga coming out on PS4 and PC, and VR Ping Pong Pro coming out on PC, PS4. Bee Simulator coming out on PS4 and Switch. Doctor Who: The Edge of Time coming out on PS4 and PC on the 12th as well. What all is coming out? 13 really doesn't have anything. Mercenaries Wings, The False Phoenix, Last Labyrinth, and Spider Solitaire F coming out on the Xbox One. Can't wait to play my Spider Solitaire on my $500 system. Age
15th.
of Empires 2 Definitive Edition comes out on the 14th. That's the 4K remaster version of it. Gear Club 2 Unlimited Porsche Edition. Okay.
Appreciate it, guys.
That comes out on the 14th. Kingdom Under Fire 2. They're making a sequel to Kingdom
Yes.
Under Fire. Kingdom Under Fire 2 is coming out on the PC
Thank
on the
you.
14th. Terminator Resistance comes out on the
Maybe
PC on the 15th.
We got
Fallen
Bee
Order.
Simulator. It comes out on the
Oh, yeah,
14th.
14th as well. Yeah, no
The
one cares.
fuck? It's like the Goat Simulator version.
Pretty much. And then the 15th, we got some pretty bangers going
we
on.
do.
We got Jedi the Fallen Order coming out on the 15th. Tokyo Ghoul Recall to Exist coming out on the 15th as well. And Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out on the 15th as well. And that brings us to the next week.
Yeah, so quick movie-wise, anybody cares, Charlie's Angels, the reboot, comes out the 15th.
I
And
didn't even know they were still making that.
yep, Terminator 5 comes out this week as well. So, yeah, so that'll be big. And I always say that the Disney Plus comes out on Tuesday. So this begins the war of the streaming services. Apple Plus has already been doing big numbers. And now Disney Plus comes out, so we shall see who reigns supreme. I'm gonna give it a couple weeks before I dive into some numbers to see like what actually like has taken off and stuff, because I think that only makes sense. So,
Who's gonna have the biggest loss leader?
what do you mean?
Who's gonna have the biggest loss leader? So like none of these platforms make money. Like it's just a straight fact.
I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be pretty well. I think I'll live fairly well for quite a
You get
while.
Disney,
at least.
you get Disney Plus for free whenever you sign up for a new Verizon phone.
Well, I mean that's Verizon paying them.
Yeah, so
But
that's
like
a good deal.
Netflix, Hulu, those things have never made money.
Well, Netflix
like-
is cracking down on the shared passwords, so
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
they're gonna
because
try to
costs
lock
them
it.
It costs so much money. Same with Amazon Prime Video. Like it costs so much to produce these original TV shows. It costs so much
Thanks
money
all hanging out.
to get the licenses for these shows and movies. It's like they don't make money.
Yeah, so we'll see.
They're just who can be the biggest in this space just to take up the market share.
Yep.
That's why it's a loss leader. So
I mean, I'm thinking Apple's is gonna do fairly well. Honestly, I mean, it's Apple.
it's already like the Bono. It's like the U2 album. It's already pre-downloaded on your fucking Apple devices.
Yeah,
Whether you want it or not, it's already pre-downloaded.
that's true. That's very true.
Yeah,
And especially if you're already an Apple Music subscriber, and if you like go to college or something too, you just get it for free. If you're in college and you have the discounted Apple Music, you get their streaming service for free.
same
Which
thing
is
with
that's
Spotify
pretty
and
dope.
Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just trying that. But
Well, gentlemen,
all right.
it's a good podcast. Actually, not as long as I
indeed
expected.
is.
So,
Not as long as you expected.
Yeah.
Well,
how long do you expect?
I expect because I
4 goddamn
Like a
hours.
2.5 hour podcast.
well, no, I expected it because
2.5. This is a fucking 3-hour podcast. This has been
Maybe,
a 3-hour
maybe.
goddamn podcast.
did it again. Goku
What did
powered
it
up.
again? Oh, did he?
Goku went Super
There you go.
Saiyan 3. I honestly need to make that way shorter.
That's
That's literally like a 8-second of
Just make it like a 5-second
It's
thing.
literally Goku just going ham, powering up to Super Saiyan
DM
3.
me if you got a cast.
Thanks for the follow, by the way. No, when I saw the time after we finished our weeks, I was like, this is going 4 hours.
Well, my ass opens in the morning.
So
Yeah, I opened in the morning too.
So let's.
I was
finish off
hoping
this pod-
2.5 hours.
Well, I originally was hoping for that. Then I'm like, fuck, we're almost at an hour and 45 minutes talking about our weeks.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's finish up the podcast. Schroeder, what are you going to be doing? Where can we find you?
Yeah, Team Splash Screen on Facebook and Instagram, and Splash Screen G on Twitter. Streaming on Twitch, as well as Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously, typically. This week we're going to be finished. I'm probably going to run the second round of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Because I went through the Demon Door last time, because everybody, that's what they wanted me to do. So I ran through the damn Demon Door. This week I think I'm going to run through the Angel Door and see what happens. Other than that, after the show, I'm probably going to jump on Cuphead and play that for a little bit. And then that's probably something else I'm going to continue over the course of the week. And then we got our Thursday night Battle Royale, open invitation, PvE. It's a good time. That's on Thursdays. The Discord link is on my Twitch. Let us know if you want to join. That's an open invitation for the most part. And then other than that, we have Tuesday. I plan on jumping on and doing pretty much doing a just chilling stream where we talk about. I actually want to cater it towards like just discussing streaming and like different things people are doing. And like last week, I made some cover art while we just talked about stuff. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
Did you happen to still want to do that thing we were talking about?
What's that?
You said if you want to do that conspiracy thing to pop in on a Tuesday and
Yeah. Well, that's
after it.
open mic night. Think of it like
Okay.
that. So anybody can jump on, and actually, even the Discord link is open for that too. If you just want to jump on and chat. So
Good
that's
shit.
going to be probably on Tuesday nights because I don't want to put a lot of thought into it. So that's
No, yeah,
just chilling
absolutely.
and chatting or something.
Good shit, man.
And then,
I love the schedule.
Yeah, so I got a lot of things on my plate. It's just now I gotta do my best to implement it. So I'm gonna be as
There you
human
go.
as possible about it all. And then
Did
I'm
you
also
say where
trying
we
to
can
use
find you?
Twitter more. Yeah, on Team Splash Screen on Instagram and Facebook. Twitter is Splash Screen G, and Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch and YouTube.
Good shit.
Nice.
I
Oh,
missed
yeah.
that, so I wasn't sure if you did. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Mark?
Nothing too crazy. I've just been playing some COD. I'll probably stream that at one point, to be honest. Reckon some
Nice.
news just for fun.
Well, I'm not
can
doing
find-
good, but I lead the game. Oh,
I
I
just
didn't
have
do that
fun.
great.
I just have fun. That's all that matters.
I spent
you can-
$60 on this fucking game.
Pretty much. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if it's worth it or not. Yeah. It's a Call of Duty.
Sure
But you can find all of my content at MarkDude701. If not, look at mark.exe. I believe that's where all of my other social media is. Over
Pretty
to
sure that's where it's at.
Somewhere else. Or somebody else.
That is
Nate,
what is up.
What's
Yeah.
coming up? What's coming out?
So for me, other than what's become my norm for Thursdays, hanging out with Team Splash Screen, the good guy over in. If you're on my stream, he's in the top left. Mark
Yeah,
pops
mine
up
too.
in there pretty much every time. Jeremy, every now and then. Sometimes pop
rare,
in, then
but-
pop out, then pop in. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna be playing some more of everything because there's over, I believe,
It's a lot of
some odd
games.
1,000.
It's a lot of games.
There's over some odd 1,000
Damn it, I was
items you can
biting my
become,
goddamn tongue.
and I have only hit 116 of them in the matter of 2 hours. So there's over 1,000 different things you can become throughout that game. So that's
Aw.
gonna be something I'm gonna enjoy.
Where can we find you?
It's gonna be a long time. I wasn't done.
I was making sure. I'm
So
sorry.
I'll preface, it's okay. Everywhere, literally every social media platform is YF Kitsune. The only thing that is different, if I end up streaming Fortnite, which I might with my buddy, we might do that sometime this week. Anyone's able to join that if you'd like. I have a couple of viewers in here right now, so if y'all play that, hit me on the hit my Epic account. It's YF Kit because my PlayStation actually runs a different account, and that's already YF Kitsune. So I fucked myself out of my name, but it's okay. But yeah, everything's YF Kitsune. Twitter, Twitch, Mixer, if it worked. Instagram, Facebook. I think I already said Facebook, but whatever. But yeah, everything. Literally just go on to social media and type in YF Kitsune, you'll find me. Because I somehow got lucky enough to take that name overall. But the other thing I do want to start playing is, if I can remember what it is called, I downloaded. I can't remember the
Everything
name.
2. Electric Boogaloo.
There was another game on the Epic Game Store I downloaded. I don't quite remember, but I will be streaming more games this weekend, weeks, and I'll be talking about that again next week on Sunday. But yeah, just stick around. To the 12 to 13 people that just instantly followed me, I appreciate the fuck out of all of you. Stick around for some content. We'll
Why
be
is that
hanging
always
out.
happening to you? Son of a
I
bitch.
don't know.
It's good though.
They're
Good
all
job.
I
organic.
hate you
I
so
don't know.
much.
I love all of you people. Thank you. But yeah, stick around. We'll be hanging out. We'll be having some fun. And YouTube, that shit should be up soon. As Jeff had said earlier, Splash Screen, Schroeder, whatever I've called him the past like 13 times in the same sentence. I'm going to be chopping up my videos from here. I'm going to be putting them into 15-minute segments, and then I'm actually going to take those videos and re-edit them to maybe shorter, depending what they are, just because I don't want to skim 6 hours of a fucking stream. But yeah, YouTube will be popping up soon, I promise. Whoever else is ready, just remember YF Kitsune on every social media. Whoever's next.
I'll go. Make sure all of Nate's followers, you follow Captain Geech 15. That's CAPN.
Yeah, and Splash Screen Gaming too.
EECH
Show
15.
the boys some love.
I only
Son
need
of a bitch. Why is that? It happens to you like every other show or something.
All I need is 6 followers to get to 50, so I can start my affiliate transform. Once again, that's
you're so close.
CAPNGEECH 15. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, at the same time,
Not saying, but just saying.
I was contemplating.
Psych, but not psych.
Honestly, it's just gonna be probably Call of Duty, but I was looking at Star Wars, and I want to do something different. So I honestly think I might get it.
Do a solo stream.
So I think I might get myself some Star Wars. I've always loved the Star Wars. Some of my favorite games of all time is the Force Unleashed games. Love those games. I think they're phenomenal. So that's pretty much it. Captain Geech 15 on everything. I removed the underscore because I'm a baller. But no, that's pretty much about it. And Sir James.
All right, so I'm gonna be playing more Fire Emblem if I feel like fucking streaming. I'm gonna be playing off stream a lot of Death Stranding. That's gonna be most of my time in life. Might stream some COD, who knows? YouTube, if I actually feel like I'm fucked enough to do actually, editing and stuff. You can check my definitely not Man of Medan. That's gone to hell. Yakuza 0 and Final Fantasy 7. We're trying to think of something else a third game to play. Maybe in a few weeks we might pop in something else. But you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, at People I Hate Studios, and you can follow me on Twitter at peopleihatestudios.
Good shit.
If you like anime and memes.
And James and myself will be doing another Anime Corner soon.
Yes, and you can find
Please.
that at levelunlockpodcast.podbe.com or anywhere podcasts are available, just like you can find this episode after it is uploaded. And make sure you follow us, you love us, you like us, you email us, levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com, and you follow us on Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And that was your public service announcement for the evening. So thank you, everyone, to the never-ending podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I know, man. These are so long. I wonder how many people actually listen front to end.
They used to have a statistic on Podbean, and it was a decent amount.
One
Really?
more thing I want to
Yeah.
throw out there.
Even
real
the 3
fast.
hours?
Yeah.
Just
Aye,
because
aye.
we all probably have at least a couple viewers at the moment.
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
You're not even
Yeah,
saying it.
yeah.
But here's
Mark has the most.
Two
one
people,
more thing
me and myself.
for me and James. If any of y'all that are watching anywhere on who's streaming, it's one person, 3 people, 12, 13 people. But anyway, definitely shoot over some ideas for anime because
Yep.
me and James are going to need some because we have all of our mainstream ones that we all enjoy. But
We're looking at something
Find-
more obscure.
yeah, finding obscure animes is a harder think. Right now, I think we're going to do How Cells Work. I'm not 100% sure if we fully decided on that one yet. I know I haven't watched a single episode.
I say we watch like 2 episodes and then go from there. We decide.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I think that's all from me. Anything from
And-
anyone else, I believe?
Nope. And from the bottoms of our heart at the Level Unlocked Nation, you lock pickers, low gang, Jake Paulers, KSI sucks, butts,
Who
crew.
does?
See you
Speaking
guys
on-
next time.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
all of you.
thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Low Gang,
Thank
Jake
you for-
Paulers.
I already said
Top of
that
my-
once.
I know I'm
Yeah,
saying
you
it again.
did say that a second
Peace,
ago.
boys.
Cool.
I know.
KSI
And ladies.
From all of
sucks.
us,
KSI's garbage.
from all of us at Level Unlock, thank you for your time.
See you
Good night.
next
We
week.
appreciate y'all.
See you next
Night.
week.
Phase up.
And to my stream,
I'm still live if you want to go follow me. Got about 2 minutes.